What's good? What's good? What's good? KG, can you hear me, man? Can I get a quick
Yeah,
sound check? Is you with me?
for shizzle,
KG, is you with me?
for shizzle bizzle,
Hey, man, let's go ahead and
deal
get this
double
thing
jizzle.
popping, man. Double jizzle, all that snizzle whizzle. What's good, man? It's your boy Vinny Vito, half of that dynamic duo, man, coming with Spit Your Game After Hours edition. Now, y'all might notice that it's called episode 6.5, because last week I fucked up when it was episode 5 and called it episode 6. So it's only right we call this 6.5 just to kind of catch up with the people, man. So what's good with it?
What's cracking?
Man, we got a lot to cover tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got a special guest in the building. But before we get all into that, man, I just want to appreciate everybody that's tuning in right now. I like seeing the views up. Y'all motherfuckers is some damn insomniacs like we are. So we appreciate y'all joining. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, Facebook. Appreciate all the love. We got a lot to go over tonight, man. We're gonna be able to get through this in a reasonable amount of time, man. Oh shit, he done fired up. It's over. We doing this for 4 hours. He done fired up. It's a wrap.
We shall see, my brother. We shall see.
No doubt, man. But listen, man, I want to go ahead and get his brother a proper introduction, man. For real, man. What we got here, we got he pretty much like a triple threat, man. We got a producer, artist, hairstylist to the stars, man. Somebody who has, been in this industry and has a lot of information to offer us, man. So this is perfect, man. But just to run off a few things this brother has been featured on, you know what I'm saying, or worked on the set. We got Running Point. I don't know if you peeped that one. That's like a little comedy. I've been checking that out. I didn't even know he worked on that one. But we got Michael. So you already know we definitely got to talk about the Michael movie, man. TV series Shrinking. Another TV series, the new Matlock. We got the movie Crime 101. TV show Grey's Anatomy. I know y'all know about Grey's Anatomy. Great show. Fallout, another great show. NCIS Origins, Vampirina, Teenage Vampire, Vogue World, Hollywood, Reasonable Doubt. I know y'all ladies know about the Reasonable Doubt series, man. So, I mean, and the list just goes on and on. But without further ado, man, let me bring to the stage, man, Mr. Skip. What it do?
What up? What up?
What's happening, my brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Appreciate
you. I'm glad to be here with y'all, man.
Hey, man, it's an honor for you to be here, man. It's our pleasure, bro. And you one of the first guests on this After Hours series, man. So we appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I appreciate you hitting me up, man. You know, when what was it? We ran into each other at the barbershop. August.
Shout out to Game Changers. Yeah.
We all was up in there. Reno was cutting you, and you know what I'm saying? We was up in there, chopping it up.
Facts.
And I was like, man, you look familiar. And he was like, man, you do too. And I was telling you, he was all like, oh shit, we Facebook friends.
There we go. There we go. Crazy, bro. Crazy, man. I gotta ask you a question. It says, you know what? One of the reasons why we Facebook friends is because your last name Pettis, man. When I sent you a friend request because I was thinking that you was my partner, Jesse Pettis. Are you related? Are you related to a Jesse Pettis?
It's the same last name, Pettus.
Yes, sir.
Probably, man.
All right, man. I was like, damn, okay. But
it's still from St. Louis. He from St. Louis?
Yeah, he from St. Louis, man. With the yeah. Went to East. Did you go to East?
I went to East my freshman year.
Okay, all right. There we go. That's
my freshman year. I went to East. I'm talking like 1990. I'm talking 1990. I went to East my freshman year, and then I went to Hazelwood Central, transferred there, and then graduated in 94.
Okay. All right, so we definitely got some, you know what I'm saying, some of the same roots, man, going through, man. So, man, well,
how did you go to and shit?
I went to East, man.
Okay, what year you graduate?
I graduated 99, man, the best year, but we ain't got to get into that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying
my sister went to she graduated from 99 in Hazelwood Central and shit.
Word, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the hell KG graduated from. I think he just came up on the scene, man. He didn't even go to school, man. That's how cool this nigga is.
Damn.
He incognito. He incognito.
That's how cool you are. You don't even need you too cool for school. What the fuck? High school, nigga. What?
He incognito.
Nigga, what? Nigga, there's no diploma. You got a diplomatic immunity, man. This nigga don't need no diploma.
This nigga said he just popped up on the scene.
Nah, man, that's a fact, man. You know, listen, it's the North
KG
County.
school. KG, what high school you went to?
I went to East.
Okay.
I just came up. I came out in 03.
Okay.
Well after you niggas, but you know.
You know what's so crazy is I was a substitute teacher back during that time in 03 and 02. And I was up at East. Matter of fact, I remember being a substitute teacher and Hitman Holla was in my class.
Damn.
Wow, that's what's up.
And I remember I was giving you know, in high school, I was giving them like a math test or something. And this is around the time I was, you know, doing my thing in St. Louis. And I had mentioned something like, yeah, if y'all finish y'all test, I'll let y'all know who I produced for or something like that. And then one of the kids was like, Lil Howard, Lil Gerald, he rap. And I was like, oh yeah, this is when Hitman had hair. And I was like, man, go ahead. And I said, finish your test. I want to hear you spit. He was like, all right, bet. So he finished his test and he was done. And so I went, while the other kids was doing their test, whatever, I went in the back of the class where he was at, and I was like, go and spit something. And then he was spitting something to me in the class, and come to find out we knew some of the same people on some music shit. And I was like, that's what's up, man. And so from there, I would just kind of see him every so often. And so to me, it's wild seeing him where he is now, because I remember that kid in the classroom up at Hazelwood East.
Man, that's crazy.
Did
That's
you think
crazy.
Did you know at that time when he did that he was gonna be who he was?
Hell no. You know, like you just see another kid that's rapping. But the thing about it is, I knew that the people that he was associating with, you know, because he had mentioned Tarboy, he had mentioned Murph. So I knew, like, okay, he's around the, you know what I mean? So he's around something. But I just didn't know that he would end up. And then once, I think in what was that, 2009, that's when him and Averb went out there to New York. They just went out there on the hum and started battling cats.
Man,
so that's where it began. And it was
got your guardian angel. What Verb say? I got your garden angels ducking, man. Go ahead. Man.
Right. I remember that. Yep. Because I've known Averb since like 2000. Matter of fact, I remember seeing Averb performing at what was that club down? It was like near downtown. This was like, I'm talking, man, it's like 2002.
God damn.
Averb 2001, 2002. I remember Averb back then.
Damn. Shout out to Verb and Hitman. I just checked out, you know, Hitman got a podcast. Him and his lady got a podcast. I checked it out. Pretty dope shit, man. So shout out to Hitman Holla, man. Still doing this thing, putting on for the town, man.
What's so also crazy is what was it, 2012? I was cutting in this barbershop in Sherman Oaks, and it was like a known shop where celebrities was coming all in there.
Okay.
And the director, Antoine Fuqua, he would come in there, and I would meet him. I would talk with Antoine. And this was when he was on the verge of doing the Tupac movie. Because before John Singleton was going to do it, Antoine Fuqua was going to do it. And so anyway, I was hearing that he was going to do the movie. So I was like, yo, it'd be crazy if he had got Hitman to audition to be Pop. Because Hitman kind of looked like
damn,
Pop.
hold on, man. Damn. That would have been some different shit right there. That would have been hard.
So I told Antoine about Hitman. I even called Hitman and told him, like,
wow.
Hey, look, I can probably set this up to where you can audition to be Pop for the biopic that they're about to do, because I'm talking with the director. And but I think something happened to where John Singleton I think he dropped out, and then John Singleton was going to do it, and then he dropped out. And then I think what was it? I think Benny Boom ended up directing it or something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
But I was there in the very beginning because when I remember one day, you know, man, coming from St. Louis, man, we just got this added preservative in us to where we like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna approach this nigga. So I'm outside posted up before he was about to leave. And when he was leaving, I was outside. I said, Mr. Fuqua, I got something I want to ask you. He was like, what's going on? I was like, I said, it's September 6th, 1996. Tupac and Suge are in the car driving down the street in Vegas, headed to the club. A car pulls up to the side of them. I said, a car pulls up to the side of them. The window rolls down. And I was like, and I held my arm out, and I was like, and the arm comes out the window. This is the arm. And he said, what, you want to kill Pac? I said, hell yeah.
Damn. Damn, okay. God damn.
Yeah, because in my mind, I was already thinking they're not gonna show the face of the person who's going. So what if he puts me in it to be the arm coming out the window?
Wow.
So from that day forward, every time I seen him, even when I worked on the Michael movie, I ran into him. And he remembered when I approached him about that back in 2011.
That's dope.
Damn, that every time he see you, man, he just do the arm shit like, yeah.
He said, yeah, you want to kill Pac.
You about to kill. Damn, man. Hey, that's hard, though. That might be one of the dopest stories we heard on this motherfucker right here.
Yeah.
Right up, man. Antoine
that was hard. Man. Hey,
That's
I mean, listen, bro. I mean, you just jumped straight into it, but that's what I really wanted to get into, man. How did, you coming from St. Louis, you definitely mentioned that. And we already know how tough it can be to maneuver and come out of this region, bro. So how did you link up to even get into that celebrity atmosphere? You know what I'm saying? How did that come about, bro?
So, so when I first got out here, I was working there. I ended up working at Walgreens. I'm stocking and sweeping up.
Hustle shit.
Folks ain't even calling me Skip no more. It was like, I'm Jason. You know what I'm saying? Jason, we need sweep up on aisle 5 type shit. It was like God took me away from what I was comfortable with and like put me in a space where it was like I was back down to the basics of who I am. And it was kind of reminding me of like, it's just me and God out here. So what, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like a breaking down and building back up. So in the midst of me doing that, I was like, man, I want to like do something, because I was just going to work and I was just going to Walgreens and going to the crib, going to Walgreens. I was like, I didn't come all the way out here to just be working in the Walgreens. What's going on? So, man, I had a down moment, you know what I'm saying? Where I was, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, it was a whole other thing, man. But I was like visited by like an evil spirit. And after that incident had happened, I remember I pulled out the Bible and I said, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, protect me, you know what I'm saying? Like, guide me, protect me from whatever this energy, because coming out to LA, man, they call it the land of the angels, man, but it's also the land of the demons too.
That's a fact.
So you got to come out here and be fully protected, you know what I'm saying, spiritually. And so anyway, the spirit spoke to me, man. I'm very spiritual, you know what I'm saying? So the spirit spoke to me and said, send your resume out to these entertainment companies. So this was like the beginning of where you make a monthly payment of getting access to like entertainment companies.
Got you. Yeah.
So I paid that. And so I went on there and I was sending my resume out, you know what I'm saying? Like 50, I sent 50 resumes. I said, I'm gonna send these 50 resumes out. And then the spirit spoke to me and said, whatever one hits you back, that's the one you go to. And I sent 50 resumes out and one person hit me back. And it was a lady that worked in North, it was in North Hollywood and Sherman Oaks. And she was a lady who had an entertainment blog company. So I hit her up. And so when I worked at Walgreens, I worked a week and then I would be off a week. So I hit her up and told her, hey, I want to know, can I come through there and intern with you? And she was like, I went over to her crib and she interviewed me. She said, yeah. So when you don't work at Walgreens and you basically come here and then you'll work intern with me for the week, and then you go back. So I did that for 3 months. Man, it got to the point of doing that for 3 months. I was like, man, what am I? I'll never forget the day, man. I was like, man, what am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wanted to do something dealing with entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's at the time it was blogging. So anyway, as I was leaving her place one night, I busted a left on Ventura Boulevard, and as I look to my right, I see a barbershop. Keep in mind, this is like February, so it gets dark early. So as I bust that left and I look to my right, I see the light on inside of a barbershop, and I see black people in there. I see black barbers in there, and I notice everyone's dressed with dress shirts and ties, and I see somebody in there sweeping. And I'm like, damn, it's a black barbershop over here. I was like, you know what? The next time I come back over here, when I leave and that light is on, I'm gonna pull over. Boom, a week goes by, I come back, I intern with that day, I leave, I go, hit that left, look at that right, the light is on again. I said, all right, fuck it. Boom, pulled over, got out the car, went up in there. I asked one of the barbers, I said, yeah, is the owner here? He said, nah, he's not here. He was like, but I'll give you a card or whatever, his card. So he gave me his card. I went to the crib, I hit him up. I said, hey man, yeah, my name's Skip. I saw your barbershop, want to know if I can like come in there and woo woo. And he was like, well, can you cut? I was all like, yeah, I can cut. He was like, well, come in tomorrow, bring your clippers, I'm gonna see what you do. I was like, all right, bet. The next day I come in there. As soon as I walk in, I see Faison Love sitting on the couch.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, big worm. I'm like, what? He in there talking to the owner and shit. So he's like, what's up, man? So the owner's like, what's up, man? His name's Twain. I said, can't call him, man. He said, yeah, man, just set your stuff up, man. First client come in, I'm gonna have you cut him. First walk in, come in, man, you cut him. So walk in comes in, I cut him, boom, boom, boom. Finish. He's like, well, when can you start? I said, shit, you tell me. He said, you start tomorrow. I was like, bet. I hit up that lady and I said, hey, I just want to let you know I ain't gonna be able to come in tomorrow. I just got this job over here at this barbershop, you know what I'm saying, across the street. She was like, usually when people intern with me, they got to give me a 2 weeks notice, but because I like you, I'll go ahead and let you go. So boom, the next day I started. When I went in there that day, a few of the barbers came up to me and they was like, are you starstruck? You get starstruck? I was like, nah. They was like, all right, I just want to let you know because a lot of them come in here. So boom, next thing I know, they was coming in. Fast forward, I'm still working part-time at Walgreens and I'm working at this barbershop. So I would usually leave around 5 o'clock. The owner told me, he said, listen, man, because I'm pretty much paying $300 boot rent. I'm getting my money from Walgreens to basically pay boot rent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Exactly.
He was like, listen, man, you be leaving at the time when the people be coming in. You got to make a decision on what it is you want to do. You got to take that leap, whatever it is you're trying to do. So I decided, you know what? I'm done with Walgreens. I'm not done with Walgreens, but I'm going to basically change up my shift. I think I was done. I think I quit. And I said, I quit. And I was pretty much there, open to close. Now, fast forward. Keep in mind, this is like March 2011. I was in an 8-year relationship, bro, back in St. Louis. Lived in Overland. Me and my ex lived in Overland, all that shit. I left the relationship. I wanted to, because I was like, man, it's one of those things. It's like, do I want to basically, continue this relationship and have, be married, have kids, and be sitting in my recliner at age 67 years old, wondering what if I did go, or do I want to just take that leap of faith and just go? So anyway, I told her anyway. So I left. She came out to visit me that summer for like a week, whatever, and just to see what I was on. We was out there. I'll never forget, man. We went out to Manhattan Beach, and we was at the ocean, and the sun was setting over the mountains. We looking around. We got our feet in the sand. It's dark. Stars is out. Moon is out. Sun setting. Perfect view. I said, damn, look at this. Ain't this beautiful? She said, yeah. She said, wow. Yeah, it is. So when you coming back?
Damn.
I knew.
Damn.
And that's when I knew.
It was, yeah.
That's when I knew.
That wasn't your path right there. Yeah.
Because I began to realize there is no limit to this journey. I got to basically live in the journey, right? If I want something to crack. That was in July 2011. I'll say fast forward, man, October 2011, let's say 2 or 3 months later, I'm in the shop chilling. The owner of the shop, he's like, hey, Skip. I said, yeah. He said, Blair Underwood's coming in at 5:30 and you cutting him.
Come on now.
All right. Blair comes in. He comes in. He's like, yeah, I'm here for Skip. I was at my station. I said, yeah, I'm over here. He walks up to him. He says, you Skip? I was like, yeah. We dapped up, start cutting his hair. I'm in the chair, first time cutting. I'm like geeking, like nigga, like nigga, Crush Groove, nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? LA Law. My mama would watch LA Law, like, you know what I'm saying? My mama would watch LA Law and be like, all right, y'all, it's time for y'all to get ready, do y'all homework. Here I am. This dude's in my. Keep in mind, I'm remembering back looking at the Crush Groove album cover. This is one of my first hip hop albums I had on vinyl, and looking at the back and seeing everybody on the front cover, seeing Fat Boys, Sheila E, Run DMC, Curtis Blow, seeing all them on the front cover. But I'm like, but who is this dude in the middle? And then you flip the back and read it, and it says introducing Blair Underwood. So to have this man sitting in my chair and I'm cutting him and I'm like asking him these questions. And anyway, so we just maintained he became a client. And so he would come to see me. Fast forward 2 years later, he had a show on NBC called Ironside where he was in a wheelchair. And he asked me, he said, would you be I just want to know, would you be my barber for the show? And I was like, hell yeah. And
that's a fact.
And so I mean, I went in, started cutting him for that show, and I couldn't cut him on the set because I was in union. So when I got into his trailer and I cut him, then we walk over to set. So keep in mind, this particular day, I'm walking out the trailer with him. I think Lou Diamond Phillips was right next to me.
Damn.
I'm walking in between them. We walk into the set.
Bamba.
And this girl, this lady named Sheila, she walks up to me. She's like, she says, "Hey, Blair," blah, blah, blah. And she looked at me and she said, "You ever thought about joining the union?" I said, "Yeah, where I sign up at?" She's like, "No, it's not that simple, but that's something that you should be looking into." And so that's where my journey into becoming where I am in the TV and film industry as a barber, hairstylist, that's where it began.
Man, bro, and listen, I'm just gonna go through a few pictures, man, and kind of just give me a little background. You know what I'm saying? When working with some of these people, man, because when I saw this, my man is over here chilling with Carl Lewis, man. Yeah. How was that, man? You know what I'm saying? Olympic champion Carl Lewis, bro.
So that was at the Olympics. What was it when the Olympics ended? When Snoop was passing the torch off from Paris to LA, and that was when Dr. Dre and Snoop performed at the Olympics, the passing of the torch. So that particular day, they brought like a lot of the people from the Olympics, from the previous Olympics, out to that. And that was the day I cut Carl Lewis and I cut Sugar Ray Leonard.
That's hard.
That's super hard, bro. Straight up.
Is that picture of Sugar Ray Leonard right up on there?
I'm trying to find that. So
if you go back to the Carl Lewis one, scroll over.
Let me find it, man. I know I got that one.
You just came back from
bro. There we go. There we go, man. The man, the myth, man. Sugar Ray motherfucking Leonard, man. And I was about to ask you too. I think, you know what I'm saying, has there ever been a moment where you know what I'm saying, got fanned out? Like, man, honestly, I know you kind of alluded to that with Blair Underwood, but has there been anybody else like, damn, I can't believe this guy is sitting in my chair right now?
I think Cat Williams was one, man. But it's like honestly, it's like when you in that space, there you go. When you in that space, it's like you just kind of it's like I'm doing what I'm there to do first and foremost.
Facts.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at it from a fanned out moment. You know what I mean? It's like I'm providing a service for you.
Facts. That's super dope, man. I mean, listen, I think, you know, most of us regard people like Cat Williams to be in that upper echelons of comedians, man. So
the thing about it, like, for instance, that picture right there with Cat, like, that was a wig. So that was a wig put on. That was for the movie, what was it? 2 Minutes of Fame with Jay Farrell and damn, I forgot old boy's name. You see him, he be in a lot of stuff too. But so that was a wig I was shaping up on Cat Williams for the scene he was doing.
Okay.
That's super dope, bro. That's super dope. So let me ask this, man, you know, because I know there might be some actors that you might be, you know what I'm saying, working on that might just be chilling. Maybe they might be in a mode. They might not be too talkative. But has there been anybody to maybe give you some gems, man, to drop some knowledge, something that might have stuck with you?
So I remember I cut Leon.
Man, shout out to Leon.
Ain't nobody come to see you,
Otis. Yeah.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis.
Yeah,
I was cutting up Leon for this BET movie I did in 2018. And I never forget, I was in the room with him, and it's just me and him. And I'm basically cutting his hair, and I'm just like, man, you know, this is before I became union or any of that. I'm just trying to like work my way up. And I was like, man, I'm just trying to just get on, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of looking at it from like the music space, you know, like when like I'm trying to just get on. And I'll never forget, he looked at me, you know, like he looked straight ahead, you know, the mirror is right there. He looked straight ahead into the mirror, and he looked at me, and he said, you already on. Now you keep in mind, this is Leon. Damn. You know how he be in his
right in his mode, right? Yeah.
He said it just like how you would imagine him saying it. And I looked at him in the mirror, and I was like, damn,
you already on. That's fire. That's dope, bro. Damn, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying, man. That's the thing, man. Like, I'm glad, like, I wanted to sit down with you, man, because I'm like, man, the shit that I be like going through all these years. I'm a very humble dude. I don't really talk like a whole lot, flexing and all this shit. But I feel like, but I have a good ass memory, and I remember like every single thing. You know what I'm saying? So to be able to be sitting here in the conversation with you, I'm an open book.
No, that's super dope, bro. And that's why I definitely wanted to have you on, man, because I know you got a wealth of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And for people that's aspiring to get in that industry, you know what I'm saying? I think it's important, because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, dog. It's an inspiration when I'm looking at your page, bro, and I see you working with different people, different personalities, different celebrities, like, and you coming from the same soil that I came from, so it's inspirational, bro. So like
that's
I say,
that's why I be like from Hazelwood to Hollywood.
Listen,
and
man.
The thing about it is I grew up in Florissant. You feel me? Like I grew up in Heatherton. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I was like, damn. So I call it from Heatherton to Hollywood, but I was like, that kind of limits it to just the neighborhood. But by me saying Hazelwood, that's me thinking about Hazelwood School District, the buses. Because I remember I started cutting when I went to Kirby. 13
Damn, man. Come on, man.
I started cutting hair at Kirby. And I would always see the buses. The buses didn't say Kirby Junior High School. The buses said Hazelwood School District.
That's a fact. Yeah.
So I'm like, from Hazelwood to Hollywood.
Church.
That's hard.
You feel me?
Church. That's a
man,
fact,
that's what I'm trying
bro.
to tell you, man. Listen, man, I got a story. Let me trip off this though. So, you know, like back in like we talking 89, 90, right? You got, remember the kid group, the boys.
Oh, hey, come on, man. Come on now.
Down my heart. Lucky Charms. So anyway, as a kid, I'm looking at their haircuts.
Hell no.
I'm like, man, they got the stars, they got the designs. Yeah. I'm like, damn, they kids like me. Also at that time, hip hop was popping because you got Big Daddy Kane, the not smooth operator, but I'm ready.
Half-stepping?
I'm ready. Yeah, ain't no half stepping. When he's at competition, you know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the parts in his head and the half step going and all that shit. And I'm just like, man, I want to get that shit in my shit. So I never forget, I'm at Kirby, this 8th grade, I'm in math class. It was a kid in front of me named Chuck. His real name Larry Williams, man. And every time, like I said, man, these are certain cats that like inspire me. So like I'm saying, he would always sit in front of me, and he had a low cut waves, and he would always have designs in his head. Like, so if Monday came after the weekend, he got this fresh design in his head, and I'm sitting right behind him, so I'm looking at it. By that Friday, the design would be blurred out, but it'd be some other design going on in this shit. So I'm like, so I tripped off of like how the hair grew. Like, damn, on Monday you had a whole nother design, and now Friday you got a whole nother design. But it's like, for me, it was like, remember as a kid when you were like drive down the street and you look over and you see like on a Kmart lot or some shit, and you see like the Strassenfest downtown back in the day.
Okay.
Where they got the rides and shit, the Ferris wheels and all that shit going, and the cotton candy. It's this whole thing going on, right? But then you come back like days later and it's gone. And you're like, damn, hold on a minute, man. This shit was just all right here. Rides and shit. For me, I looked at hair like that. It was like, damn, you got all these designs in your hair, and then now that shit's gone. And it's a whole nother design. What happened to that hair that was there? You know what I mean? So I was tripping off that. So I was like, hey, man. I said, who cut your hair? He said, me. I said, you cut your hair? He was like, yeah, I just get the mirror and I just start just boom, 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 boom. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah. So at that time, my mom was giving me like allowance money and shit. Like if I clean up, come home, clean up type shit. You know what I mean? And so she would give me like an allowance money. So I think I like saved. I think it was like after the week, whatever, it was like $20 or something like that. And I went to Walgreens and got my first pair of clippers from Walgreens. There was no lever or no adjusting on it. I had to adjust I had to unscrew each piece to move it up and screw it back and blend my hair. So I'm in the bathroom trying to cut my hair for like 5 hours. My daddy knocking on the door like, boy, what you up in here doing? I'm up in there sweating and shit.
You got about
I'm fucking my head all up. I'm up in there sweating and shit, man. Look, I come out, pretty much my head is bald, right? It's all bald, jacked all up, whatever. I never forget. He's like, now you gonna go to school with your hair like that. So I never forget. I went to school.
Damn, my brother.
Back in the day when you got a bald fade, somebody come about and
smack the shit out you. Yeah.
So when I'm going, so I go to Kirby. You know, Kirby was relentless, man. Niggas ain't Kirby. Kirby was the years of nigga, you getting it together. You got to get it together going to Kirby. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna go through some shit. But I'm walking the hallway, and I forgot this one nigga name, but he walked through, and next thing I know, pow! I'm like, shit. And he taking off running down the hallway. You know, niggas laughing at my cut and shit like that. But you know what's so crazy? What's so crazy is it was like it went from nigga who cut your hair to nigga who cut your hair.
Damn.
And I don't know when it seemed like the window for that, I think, was a short window. It wasn't too much longer because I was cutting my hair like every 2-3 days. I was doing something to my head. And it just got to the point. And then I also had a homeboy that went to East. So if I'm at Kirby in 8th grade, he's a sophomore at East. So I'm cutting his hair, putting designs in his head. So he was going to East.
That's your advertisement.
And people were seeing his cuts.
Yeah.
To where when I came to East my freshman year, he introduced me, be like, yeah, it's my boy who's been putting all the designs on my head. So that's how I started cutting cats up at East and shit too.
Man, well, that, you know, one thing I do want to talk about, bro, is, you know, from that moment to now, you know what I'm saying? I saw that you was working on the set of Michael, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, that this motherfucking movie is blowing the hell up. Everybody's excited about it. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely like it's almost like
Black Panther, like how Black Panther was.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like a straight up time in history, man. Like a little, you know, moment in history, I should say. So
Yeah.
Man, how was that, man? Working on the set of Michael, man. I got a little footage right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, of some of the get down of the Michael set, bro. But how was it being there? You know what I'm saying? What was the energy like being on set of that?
Man, let me tell you something, man. You could feel the energy. When it's like one of those, it's like I already knew, like, okay, it's some Michael, this, you know, it's gonna be some big shit. But to actually go on set and seeing him performing,
wow.
and I'm not talking like y'all saw like the movie, right? But imagine we talking 12, 14-hour days where he's constantly dancing. I'm like, he going through some, he gotta be going through some rigorous. I'm telling you, man, like I take my hat off to them actors, man, because for him to be doing all that shit and for it to look like how it looks on camera, but the days be long, man. The days be 14 hours, 16-hour days.
That's crazy.
So for him, like, I remember my first time going to set, my first time working on it was the performance of the Jackson 5 victory show when he announced that this the last time you're gonna see this the farewell tour.
Went solo on that ass.
That was my first day working on set, and I'll never forget when I walked the set and actually saw that on the monitor, them performing. You felt like you was at the victory tour because everybody looked like 1984.
And that's one of the things I wanted to ask you, bro. When you witnessed it, did you see the transformation? Did you see Michael in Jafar's performances? Did you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you this, some behind the scenes shit. They said Jermaine came to set when he saw him perform, he cried. He had to leave set.
Damn,
to cry.
That's hard.
Because he saw Michael and his son on that stage performing. It was one of those things, man. The thing about it was the makeup and the hair in the main hair trailer did a damn good job because that day when he did the victory tour with his brothers, victory show with his brothers, the next day was the last scene of the movie when he was performing Bad.
Wow.
So the makeup, the hair, everything was different the next day. And I'm like, damn, he looked like Michael from the Bad era the next day. Like, so yeah, they did all the performance scenes first in the movie.
Okay.
Then they stopped the filming. The film had wrapped. This was in when all that was done. This was like April 2020. This was like when it wrapped, it was like June 2025.
Okay.
2024. They came back in June 2025 and filmed additional footage. And when I came back, and that's when they filmed the Beat It part. When he went in there with the Crips and all that. That was filmed. That was filmed last July.
I just watched that video, I ain't gonna lie, 2 days ago, and I definitely saw the Crips in the video. They was definitely in the video.
Yeah,
you know
I was there. I was there that day when they filmed that. That was like a 15-hour day. Scene.
Damn.
Well, listen, bro. One thing our viewers want to know: you mentioned Jermaine Jackson. We know you were hairstylist to the stars, but we got to know something. Are you responsible for this?
Hell no.
We gotta just let people know that you're not responsible for this, man. I just wanted to clear your name. This was not your creation.
You know what, man? I think he does his own hair, man. I'm pretty sure he has his own person. Hey, look, I seen
Jermaine.
I seen Jermaine. Now this was during COVID, and I went to the DMV. I seen Jermaine at the DMV, and you don't know how I knew it was him because everybody's masked up. But you want to know how I knew it was him?
What was
The
how's
hair.
that, bro?
Because of the hair.
God damn.
And when I saw him, I said, he walked past me, and I said, I just want to say thank you, man. And he was all like, appreciate that, thank you. And he just kept walking.
Wow.
Matter of fact, looking back at it, like low key, I think maybe Jafar was with him, because I remember it was like another boy, like a son or somebody with him. Now that I think about it, I don't know how many kids he got, but I remember it was a woman, and it was a light skinned, like tall boy with him. I'm talking, this was like 2021.
Damn.
Man,
Well, it may have been
crazy.
Jafar. You know what I mean?
Well, listen,
everybody's masked up, so you didn't really, you know what I mean?
But you definitely saw that. I saw that. You saw the haircut. That you can't miss that, man. My man got the Star Trek going.
He does
Shout
that.
out.
Man. He does that. He does that, man.
Come on, man. You
He
know
don't
what I'm
got
saying?
no barber, no hairstyle. That's
no,
him,
bro. That's too original, man. Yo, we got Young Fresh Esquire in the building. One man commented. He said the Michael movie is cute and all, but where the Prince movie? Even better, the Prince versus Michael movie. Damn,
they're gonna do a Prince movie.
They got to. But this man, he want to see them battle. This nigga want to see them go at each other like Freddie versus Jason. Damn.
Yeah.
Go watch Tales from the Tour Bus. You'll see that.
With him and Rick James.
Yeah, and Prince versus Michael too. They kind of got a little bit, not like a lot, but yeah, a
little bit.
I mean, who y'all think? Now I know back when I was like 7 or 8 years old, that was the big talk of the town. Who better, man? Michael or Prince?
Come on, man.
Who y'all think is better, man? Michael or Prince?
KG, you first on that one. That's all you, bro.
Prince is the better all around artist, like musician, but Michael is the better performer.
Yeah. Mike, you know what I'm saying, had a certain presence. Both of them got a certain presence. But yeah, Prince is an overall musician, wrote his songs, produced them. You know what I'm saying? He was like all inclusive to his own shit.
Mm-hmm.
His own sound.
Nah, that's a fact, bro. That is a fact. Man, I gotta agree with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Normally we don't agree, but I gotta agree with that. I think Michael Jackson is definitely the better performer. You know what I'm saying? He just got a certain magic when he performed, man. You know what I mean? But Prince, man, all around, because Prince is a great performer too. Let's not get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a different type of performance.
He's a different kind of performance.
Yeah, it's a different type of energy, man. But let's keep this energy, bro. And if you know what I'm saying, if you can chill with us, you know, I definitely want to get your opinion on a few things in hip hop. KG wanted to bring this to the table, man. So let me go ahead and share this, brother. What is the best album? 1997. We already know the 90s is the golden era of hip hop for sure. 97 was a huge year. You know what I'm saying?
And now looking at this list, is really biased too. It's like the South versus the East Coast.
That's how it always was. But KG, I'm gonna have you go first, man. You know what I'm saying? You bring this to the table, man. Which is your best album from 97? I'm guessing all these albums dropped in 97. So what is your pick on this? I already know where you're going, but go ahead.
Well, the Camp Low wasn't 97. The Camp Low was 96.
Was that 96? Okay. They fucking up, man. Look at us, man. We got fucked up props on this show,
yeah,
man.
with the Lucini pouring up the sky.
Yeah,
this is it. What?
That's 96.
Black Nostalgia, all that shit. That's 96. Damn. So I guess Lucini, Camp Low's already out that motherfucker. So out the three, we got Puffy, Master P, and Capone and Noriega, man. Which ones out of that three would y'all choose?
It still say 97 on title, so I don't know.
Really? It say 97 on title? Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna Google that shit.
But
Google that shit real quick. Okay. I mean, because either 96, 97 definitely sound about right.
Still the same type year.
I'm going with Master P.
I already knew. I knew you was going that. I already knew.
Make him say,
Master. Hey,
Ghetto. Motherfucker P, nigga, hang up the motherfucking phone.
Hey, but you know, Ghetto Dope moved through St. Louis like, yeah, it was like wildfire. Everybody was bumping that shit.
That was 97. I guess that must have been their second album.
Maybe that single dropped in 96, but the album dropped in 97.
It's the day. Okay, you know what it is? It came out January 28, 97.
Oh, so that's what it is.
That was back when they had the singles popping before they dropped.
Right. Yeah, the singles be running damn near a year sometimes for that album drop. You know,
right.
That's a fact.
Okay. I mean, for me, with you know, I would say something that hit like a bomb to where it was just like, what the fuck? I would have to say Master P, man, Ghetto D, man.
Mm-hmm.
The way that Capone Noriega, don't get me wrong, that's Capone Noriega, you know what I'm saying? War Report, definitely the debut album, classic material. That definitely with Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night, that was their debut, you know what I'm saying? Lucchini, you know what I'm saying? And definitely after the death of Biggie, Puffy came with No Way Out, but it was like, you know, Puffy, you know, I don't know, Puffy was just kind of like corny in a way, so it wasn't like, it was like he just kind of going off of the fact after Biggie died and trying to keep it going. So for me, Master P was the one that kind of came on the scene on some different shit, on some and doing all that, and had the Ghetto D VHS, the short film with it and shit.
That's a fact. Yeah, Ghetto D. I mean, I think that's the one that got Bourbons and Lax on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And keep in mind, during this time, I'm up at Lincoln. That's what every nigga around there was bumping Ghetto D. Master
you know,
P being up at Lincoln in 97? That's all I was hearing.
Well, this might be the first unanimous vote we got on this one, because I'm gonna have to go with Master P, Ghetto Dope too, bro. I just, you know, I think Puffy might have been I don't know. That Camp Low album was dope. You got Black Nostalgia Jack on there, Cooley High. You know, there's a lot of dope shit on there. Plus, you know, Camp Low was just different.
Yeah.
They was different from everybody else at that time. But that Puffy album, even though we know Puffy was corny, but he did have some heavy hitters on there. You got Young G's that had Biggie and Jay-Z on it. You got the track.
Wasn't this all about the Benjamins?
All about the Benjamins is on this one. Been Around the World is on this one. You know, it had a lot of hits on there. For sure.
I'll be missing you.
Big Papa.
But that was
Missing You, all that shit.
Yeah, Missing You was on there. Now that We Always Love Big Papa was on the Biggie album. That was Born Again, I believe.
Oh, that was?
Was that Born Again? I mean, am I tripping? I might be tripping.
Because it's definitely not Life After Death.
It may have been on that one.
It might have been Born Again.
Oh, it might have been independent. It might have just been the single they dropped. It might not even been on anything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, definitely though. Definitely around that time, man. My man, hold on. Let me get to this. My man, Young Esquire, is definitely going with Master P. I see you over there. And he said the sun don't shine forever. Yeah, Victory. I forgot about. Yeah, Victory was on that album too. Victory was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Busta Rhymes, you know, the video was crazy, nigga. They dropped like $1 million on the video. That was a big thing. I remember MTV had a premiere for that.
The song was on Knockout Kings.
Come on, man. It was it's a huge song, man. Straight up. But all right. I'm gonna go to the next one, man. Shout out to my people, man. If y'all viewing, man, I appreciate y'all viewing. Make sure y'all share, subscribe to the tribe. Speak Your Game 314 on your YouTube platform, man.
Yes, sir.
We gonna keep this thing moving and grooving, man. Straight up. Now, what you think, KG? Another verses, man.
Come on, man. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going, man. Let's do it, bro. God dang. Dope is 1999. We done took it back to 95. We was at 97. Fuck it. We done took a couple years previous, and we got the dopest motherfucking song in this picture, man.
Dopest song?
This is crazy. This is 95. We talking about 97, but 95. If all these tracks dropped to 95, this is crazy.
Is that Quiet Storm or Shook Ones for Mobb Deep?
I have to say what's we call them, Shook Ones, man.
Yeah, that Shook Ones right there. That Shook Ones right there.
Okay.
Yeah, Quiet Storm came out on that was Murder Music, I believe.
Yeah, Murder Music. That was 99.
Okay. It's between 2 songs for me, man. It's between Dear Mama and Mobb Deep. Because you couldn't go nowhere without hearing Dear Mama on the radio.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Woo,
Crossroads was up there too, man. Because that shit, that video played heavily on the box.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Crossroads. The biggest song of that year, I gotta go with Crossroads, man. Crossroads was huge, man. Crossroads was huge, bro.
Dear Mama was too, because
Dear Mama was huge, but Pac was still alive. And Pac would, you know what I'm saying? Pac was still alive.
He was locked up.
He was locked up.
He was locked up, right? That's what I'm saying. So they was able to market the shit out of Crossroads because they wasn't locked up. Well, Fleshbone was locked up, but but otherwise than that, I don't know. I mean, Crossroads was huge, bro.
No, I'm not taking nothing away, but that Dear Mama, nigga, shit. So now they put that everywhere.
Dear Mama, that's what I'm saying. That's one of those songs that can transcend time. Because everybody got a mama.
That's a fact.
And
everybody's had dealt with grief of losing a loved one.
Hey, for real. Come on, I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Hey, my man, Young Fresh said Crossroads gotta be it every funeral. I mean, I don't know. I ain't mad at Dear Mama either though.
Yeah. I mean, Dear Mama, that's like Dear Mama gets played, every Mother's Day. No question.
Mm-hmm. No question.
That's a fact, bro. They about to play that in a few days. Shit, Mother's Day coming right around the corner. They definitely gonna be playing Dear Mama, man.
Yeah.
But shout out to Ice Cream too. Ice Cream, that song right there was crazy too, man. Ice Cream was crazy. That's off that Purple tape. Man, Shook Ones. Man, come on now, bro. Shook Ones still got one of the hardest beats ever in hip hop history. That's a.
You know what's so crazy is like creating something like a Shook Ones beat, and I've been in that mode where it's like you just create some shit and the shit just come out like you just come out sounding like, damn, what the fuck did I just create? You know what I mean? Because you just and I've heard Havoc talk about that. Like you just create some shit and the shit just comes out like the fuck it is, and it just turns into something that you didn't even think that it would turn into.
Get into.
Mm-hmm.
I've experienced some. That's how the whatchamacallit, the How You Want It, Show Me My Opponent came about. What I did with Jenna.
You did that beat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck that. Talk about that real quick. Hold up. I ain't know that.
Yeah, because back then it was Mr. Skipper beat. Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, back when I did that beat. Back when I did.
He changed his name.
Fresco. Yeah, Fresco. Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna say this, man. I always fucked with Fresco Kane, Jenna. I always thought he was talented. The dude can spit. Dude had bars, man. I like this delivery.
He definitely got a commercial vibe to him.
For real.
It's funny because I was at the barbershop. I worked at 99 Ways to Fame. Owner named Paul.
Okay.
Right over there where what's that they closed it down now, but it was that little club right next to the Broadway, I think.
Fahrenheit. Talking about over there.
It may be called Fahrenheit.
Utopia or something like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So I was working at the barbershop right over there in the little plaza. And I'll never forget, I'm up in there cutting, and this was like that fall 06. I'm in barber school at that time too. This is when I first met Reno. But anyway, I'm up in there and I'm cutting, and they had BET on 106th Park, and they had the song "Stunting Like My Daddy" playing. And I never forget, it was a bunch of about 5 kids sitting around the TV like rapping to the song. And when Lil Wayne part, he said, he said, "How you want it? Show me my opponent."
Yeah,
all the kids said that part. And I was like, I'm cutting. I'm thinking, I look over at the kids like, damn. So that night, when I finished at the shop, me and my homeboys, we went to the Pink Slip. I think it was either Pink Slip or Bottoms Up. We went to the Bottoms Up that night. So I'm up in the club, and I was just like, I was more so like studying like the energy, the vibe, seeing the chicks on the stage, seeing the energy. And I'll never forget, we left and I went to the crib and I was like, man, I'm finna make a beat and I'm finna put that How You Want It, Show Me My Opponent up in there. And I'm finna make the beat on some simple shit, no melodies, and I'm gonna just have a little I'm gonna just have that going throughout and just make sure that 808 hit. And I did the beat. I'll never forget. I came back to barber school because me and Reno, all of us was in barber school, and I had each of them niggas come out to the car. Hey man, come check this beat out, man. Reno came out there. Everybody was coming out there to the car to hear the beat just by itself, and everybody was like, man, this beat hard. This beat hard. And I'm like, for real? They're like, this beat hard. Who you trying to get on it? I was like, shit, I don't know. So at that time, I'm working with Coco that got the Mob Out.
Coco's a very.
I've known Coco since he was like 5 years old because he's my homeboy's little cousin. So the matter of fact, I don't know if y'all know Neck Jerker, who just passed. He the one that made the Mob Out beat.
Okay.
So and this was like 2003. My homeboy hit me and he was like, yo, man, my cousin trying to get some things going in St. Louis. He don't know where to turn, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you can lead him in the right direction. Now, this was around the time when Chingy had just came out. I think Quan was about to come out. This was the Neptunes was popping, Track Boys, Track Stars, Basement Beat, with J.E. So I knew at the time I'm like hanging around. I'm going over Big Mix crib, which is Neck Jerk. I'm going over Big Mix crib. And I'm like, yo, I holler at Coco. I tell him, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go holler at my peoples, blah, 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 blah. I go holler at Mick. I'm like, yo, man, I think I got this artist that we can produce. Me and you link up and produce them, like how Track Boys, Track Stars got Track Boys got Quan, Track Stars got Chingy. Yeah. We can come together and produce this guy. So boom, we set up a meeting, have Coco come to the crib. I wanted Coco to meet Mick. They met. He liked his vibe. Coco left. I said, man, we should just link up as a production duo and call ourselves the Neck Jerkers. He was like, bet, let's do it. In the process of that happening, nothing was coming about of it. Mick was always the kind of person, he would link, he would collab, but he was also an individual doing his own thing. And I was too. So I think from that moment, because we wasn't really linking like that, he kind of just ran with the neck. He took the Z off and just called himself Neck Jerker. In the process of that, Coco was kind of like just sitting, you know what I'm saying? Because by this time he had signed with their indie label. And I was kind of doing my own thing. Anyway, I had Coco come to the crib and we recorded a couple joints. And I played those songs, or I think he played those songs for them. And they was like, damn, this you? So that kind of lit the fire underneath to basically to where Mob Out came about. That's how Mob Out came about, because I did 2 songs with him. They heard it and they was inspired to do something with him.
Okay.
They ended up doing Mob Out. So in the process of that, when folks was asking me, man, what, you should get, who you trying to get on this beat? I was like, shit, I can just get Coco on it. So I hollered at Coco and was like, yo, we should do this joint. He was like, bet. He was like, man, but who you want to get with? I said, we should have a feature on it. He was like, who you want to feature? I said, we was talking about getting somebody from the Bangers, because the Bangers was popping out at that time.
And run up, get done up. Run up, get done up.
Getting somebody from the Bangers. I was like, but you know what, though? I could probably holler at Jenna and get him on it. He said, big cuz, if you can get him on it, that'd be dope. Woo woo. So I hit up Jenna. I'm like, yo, I want to get you on this record. He was like, all right, bet. He was like, man, he said, I said, come by the studio over at Mick crib, Neck Jerker crib. He was like, bet. Nigga, just bring me some Funyuns and an orange vest, nigga. Or some shit. Like, bring me some Funyuns and a Gatorade or some shit. And I was like, all right, bet. We go over to Neck Jerker crib. Jenna laid down his verse. Some kind of way, I got a hold of the copy, and I ended up letting my guy O'Shea hold it. I mean, he got a copy of it. One day, Wally comes over to O'Shea crib, and he plays the song for Wally. Wally was like from Basement Beats.
Yeah.
Wally was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this?" And he was like, "Yo, this Jenna." He said, "Who did the beat?" He's like, "Skip." Wally immediately hit me. I was like, "Yo, we want to get that beat for Jenna." I was like, "Boom, let's do it." So I kind of went with the moment of, do I let Coco and them hold the beat and it just be on the or do I link with Basement Beats and get it played up at the club and on the radio?
Exactly.
So I went that route. And so if you ever listen to that song, you still hear Coco in the hook talking about where they at. Or do you still hear him in there in the hook part?
Damn, that's hard, bro. Damn, shout out, man. Shout that out, bro. That's what's up. Shout out to Jenna. Fresco Kane.
It's crazy because I remember when I would be up in the barbershop and niggas was coming in like, "Man, you missed the Skipper beat? Like, you did that, John? Like, man, what you doing up in here?" Like, it's like the perception of niggas.
Yeah, right.
Because you got a song on radio, like, I can't be up in here cutting no hair. Like, I'm like,
motherfuckers thought you made it already.
Yeah, I'm like,
what's going on?
Cutting, nigga.
They looking for your Bentley outside, man. You know what I'm saying? Your shit got leathers.
It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I was definitely enjoying the feeling of going into the club and the DJ. Keep in mind, man, this is like 2008, 2009. I go up in the club. And as soon as I go up in the club, I forgot what club it was. And then the DJ be like, "Mr. Skipper beating the building, y'all." And then they play the record and I'm looking over and I'm seeing, hey, look, I remember, man, going to the Beano on the east side. And I'm good with dates, man. This is like 2000. This is like 2000. We already did the Where They At record. Matter of fact, they played it. This 2007. I'm in the Beano. I'm in there with the the Sugar Hill Gang was in town. And we was over at the Beano with the Sugar Hill Gang in the VIP section where it's like kind of sectioned off, whatever, like closed in wall and shit. But you can look through the window and see the club.
Okay.
So we over there, man. By this time, I ain't smoked weed in like, I don't know, man, 7 years at that point. So they passing around a blunt. I'm like, man, nigga, I'm in the motherfucking club, Sugar Hill Gang, nigga. They playing the joint, nigga. Pass me that, nigga. So they pass the blunt. I'm smoking that motherfucker, man. I probably hit it about 2 or 3 times. Nigga was freestyling and shit. Next thing I know, I'm freestyling and shit. I look around when nobody's standing around me and shit. I'm just standing there, motherfucker, freestyling by myself and shit. I'm like, man, I'm looking goofy as a motherfucker.
Damn.
Let me sit my ass down. Let me sit my ass down. But look, so I sat my ass down and I was just high as a motherfucker, and I just was just hearing the music. That was when I heard I've been heard of. That's when I heard Gorilla Zoe and Young Jock that we bring bottle popping.
Yeah.
I was up in the club and I was high and I was hearing that shit. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And that's when I realized like the music for me at that point kind of like became on like a different frequency. Like, I don't know, man. I can't explain it, man, to where it's like
vibe from it.
Yeah. So it's like, even when it comes to like the From the Lou joint, you know what I'm saying? It's like I can always remember back to those moments and remember how I felt and create in that space without actually being in that space.
No, that's super dope. And I fuck with that From the Lou track, man. You know, that was my 314 day track. I was bumping that heavy all day. You know what I'm saying? So I want that to be the official. Next year, I want that to be the official song of 314 day, bro.
I do too, man. You know what's so crazy is like when that song, when I heard what was that? That was last May. I was heading to the studio and I was listening to Sirius Radio, and they got like, you know, classic songs from the 90s and 2000s hip hop. And they were all this, you would hear Country Grammar would come on, Jaquan's Tipsy would come on, Chingy's Right There would come. So I'm studying the song, listening to them now, like what made these songs hot back then, right? I'm just listening to it. And on my way to the studio, the Nelly song, Country Grammar, comes on. And when that part comes on, I'm from the loop and I'm proud.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
iconic.
That always, even from the time it first came out, no matter where you are in the world, anytime you hear that part, you being from St. Louis, you're gonna feel
you gonna say that shit.
Right.
You're gonna feel like, yeah, like hell yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving to the studio and it just hit me like how you want it, show me my opponent. I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm finna. So I basically got to the studio, which is here, right here. I recorded the shit right here. So I got to the studio and I pretty much brought that up because, you know what I'm saying, now you can stem, you know what I'm saying, you can take the vocals out or take the music out and have this. The days of waiting on the acapella is over.
Right, you don't need that. Exactly, yeah.
So I brought the song up, stemmed it out, took that, I'm from the loop, and I'm from the loop, and I pretty much built the beat around that to where the kick, the snare, there's no hi-hats. That's why on that song there's no hi-hats. Because I felt like with hi-hats kind of puts a time period on it. Because if I would took the hi-hats and did the trap hi-hats, then you would automatically think trap, which you automatically put a time stamp to it. I didn't want to do any hi-hats because I didn't want to put no time stamp to how how it sounds sonically.
Okay.
So there's no hi-hat. So I just did the drums and I had that going. And then I was like, well, what melody could I use to offset that hook? And I just I just played the melody around that hook. And when I would take the hook out, then I pretty much was like, so originally that song was for another artist, St. Louis artist. So I was like, I think this could work for this artist. And so I pretty much was like using that as like a reference. Like this is what they can say, this is what they can do on the track. So in the midst of me recording it, I'm like, hold on a minute, I'm gonna just use this shit for me. Fuck all that shit.
Hey, you know what will be super dope? It will be like a St. Louis remix on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? A collection of St. Louis artists.
That would be dope, man. That would be dope, man. But you know how St. Louis artists be.
Yeah.
They once again, it's like it's the show me state. They want to see it reach a point to then
before they jump on it. Facts.
I get hit up to where people like, oh man, let me get on a remix. Like, so where I gotta have folks, I can't reach out to folks like, hey, I want you on this remix. They gotta reach out to me saying they want to get on the remix for it to actually happen.
Yeah, it's a little different.
You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Well, listen, we're gonna keep this producer energy going, man, because I gotta have your opinion on this one, man. Speaking of producers, we gotta go to Just Blaze, man. I just want to know y'all opinion, man. Let me know if y'all can see that. But which Just Blaze beat is the best out of the four?
Zoom in a little bit.
I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Zooming in right now. Hold on, let me zoom back out a little
Kobe, baby, you don't know.
You got Show Me What You Got, and you got Public Service Announcement, Jay-Z. I mean, whoever want to jump in on this one, man. Which one is the best Just Blaze?
What you waiting for? What's that?
That's Encore, I think. Hold on, no.
Encore, right?
No, that's not Encore. That's I'm sorry. That's You're Not Entertained.
What the hell are you waiting? Yeah, that's Kanye. Look at me in the rain you do. What's in the flame in you?
Right.
Yeah, that was Kanye. You don't know. I had to really hear the songs again and really know. I'm gonna go with Public Service Announcement just because.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one because that sticks out. That's the one that stands out to me over all these.
Okay.
Show me what you got. Which one was Show Me What You? That was the one with the Public Enemy.
Yep, exactly. Yeah.
I would say Public Service Announcement.
KG, man, this is your favorite artist, man. What you
Nigga,
think about
please.
this one? This nigga don't
This
like
nigga
Jay-Z, man. He tripping.
I'm gonna go with Show Me What You Got.
Dope
The
ass
other
track.
two songs, I can't really hear them in my brain right now. And Show Me What You Got was really hot at the time when they first came, when they first dropped.
Yeah.
That
Show
shit
Me
was
What You Got was
everywhere.
crazy. But you know, you don't know. That's off the blueprint. That's that 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
know how you doing. Yeah.
You know, Just Blaze, he had like the big drums to where it kind of sound like rock drums. He was
exactly.
He was like the hood, he's like the hood version of Rick Rubin.
You know what? And it's crazy because in regards to the Hovey Baby song, I just saw actually a post today where Pusha T was being interviewed, and he was like, once he heard Hovey Baby, he was like, he was scared of Jay-Z. Literally, he said, I was scared of Jay-Z. Like the way he just ripped that track, like, bro, I can't fuck with this nigga. You know what I'm saying? So Hovey Baby is another dope one too. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z was all over that track too.
I feel like, man, with Jay, man, it's interesting going into a conversation about Jay-Z. It's like now when I see Jay, like, don't get me wrong, 96 to what was the album he did in 2009? Was that the blue? What was that, the one with the Swiss? The Swiss record.
Damn. What?
From 96 to 2008 was Jay-Z's run, man. I think the stuff he did at now, don't get me wrong, I think the 444, I like that because it seemed like he was just he seemed like he didn't really care. He just spitting. You got whatchamacallit, No ID producing majority of the tracks. I think if he sticks with that, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But he hasn't dropped the album since that. That was what, 2017? So it's like,
it was a minute ago. Yeah,
it's a minute ago, man. And it's like, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like partially we all were kind of fooled by Jay-Z. Don't get me wrong, man. Like Jay-Z's dope, but I just feel like somebody said, it's like, what records does Jay-Z got that's like in the club, like really popping? Like who's rolling around bumping Jay-Z?
This is blasphemous behavior. This is what you want to say. This
Somebody
is
agrees with me.
blasphemous.
Thank you.
This is
I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Like, wrong. Jay-Z was impactful to the hip hop culture, of course. But at the end of the day, when you go back and listen to I don't know, man. I can't really pinpoint what it is. Jay-Z just seems like we always kind of bamboozled by him, man.
That's crazy. This is crazy, Skip. This is
in
crazy.
A way.
But this is spit your game, talk your shit. So I'm glad you sharing your opinion. But damn, nigga.
I had the black. I did my version of the Black Album. I called it the Red Album. Dropped that in 2003. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I was bumping Jay-Z, but I'm just saying from a wide perspective, who still bumps Jay-Z?
I mean, Jay-Z is a legacy act, man. He's not really putting too much new material out. So I would say, you know, he just has this cult following. He has his cult fans that still fucking with his music. But I think we all kind of still see the impact. I mean, the man sold out Yankee Stadium 3 nights in a row in less than an hour, man. So
he's very impactful.
Yeah, he still got that impact. But I feel, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, it's kind of weird because to me, Jay influenced the culture, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, a lot of people always say that he never was the top guy at his time. You had people like DMX, you had your 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying? But he still impacted the culture, influenced the culture. You know, I like to say, you know, he had everybody. They might not have been playing his music in the clubs, but he had niggas in the clubs wearing button-ups. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Like I said, he was very impactful. He got
impactful, exactly.
when you see Jay-Z, he's definitely a moment in hip hop time. But I'm just saying, as far as in the climate of today, like, you just, you know what I mean? He hasn't. Nigga, there's so many artists out now like that are like better than Jay-Z, nigga. like if you go and like from these like
dun dun dun.
Like I mean, I'm just saying like, but peep this though. Imagine, but this is the thing though. I think it also deals with the production. Imagine if Jay-Z spit over like Griselda type beats.
It'll be over.
Then it'll be over.
It'll be over.
Jay-Z to me, he was like, you know, don't get me wrong. Looking back at it now, it's a hard knock life. That's cool. Hearing it now, it sounds kind of like, was we bamboozled? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's because we didn't know anything else, because the climate of hip hop today is so wide. It's so many artists out to where you can find your own pocket of who you fuck with, genuinely fuck with, not forced to fuck with. And I think like because of the time that we came up listening to hip hop, a lot of the artists we were forced to fuck with. And I think Jay-Z was one of those artists that we were forced to fuck with.
Oh man. Oh man.
It ain't like that.
That's heavy, man. But because you know what? In St. Louis, Jay-Z really wasn't listened to. A lot of people wasn't listening to Jay-Z in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? Even though they will play some of his songs on the radio, a lot of cats, you know, in St. Louis was more so West Coast and down south influence. You know what I mean? So we'll bump Spice One and Tupac before you know what I'm saying, hear somebody playing Jay-Z. So I get it.
Louis, me being in St. Louis, I was always like, quote, the East Coast nigga. Oh,
same
nigga,
here.
East Coast nigga.
Same here. Niggas get them. I'm bumping Wu-Tang on the bus. Niggas like, what the fuck is you listening to?
You don't listen to that East, listen to that hip hop, that East Coast hip hop, nigga.
Hey, well, listen,
you know
I also bump Twister at the same token. I listen to everything. You know what I mean?
You know what though? St. Louis is the reason why I am Skip, nigga, because I felt like I had to be versatile. I'll do a From the Lou, but then I'll also go work with Guy Fahim and do an album with him.
Ooh, see, I'm glad you said that because niggas don't know his name, and I just got hit.
Guy Fahim?
Yeah.
Did you hear his album, The Dump Lorian?
I don't think I have that. I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, I produced that. I did that.
Hold on. Let me look it up right now so I can go check it out. Hold up. God Fahim. I just got hit the dude.
Guy Fahim, The Dump Lorians, Mr. Skip and the Guy Fahim.
That's fire.
I dropped that album last summer.
Okay.
So I'll do a fucking From the Lou over there. That's why, like, when I did From the Lou, I heard about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did I did the fucking when I heard about the tornado. That's why I named those cities, those areas in the city on part one. When I named Central West End, Pagedale, because I was hearing that the tornado came through there. So I was like, man, I want to record something that can like uplift the city. This ain't about me, you know what I'm saying? This is about the city.
Right.
That's why I even did that shit. And then when I did it in Finster, I sent it to Finster. He was fucking with it, and he was like, I guess he played it for folks, and they was like, man, but he ain't mentioned Berkeley, or he ain't mentioned this, or so I went back and did a part two. I told Finster, I said, well, send me areas of the city that you want me to name. And he sent me the names, and that's when I went back and I recorded part 2 and part 3 and sent it. So I did all those together because for me, I knew that I was going to be on to the next, because I record and produce, make music all the time. So after I did the From the Lou, when I did From the Lou, I had already finished the Dump Lorian. The Dump Lorian was already finished.
Already done. Damn, just working. That's fire, bro. We definitely gonna have to run some tracks, man, on that. I'm gonna have to put that on my playlist tomorrow, bro.
And the Dump Lorian, man.
I got it on here right now.
Man. You already locked and loaded, yeah.
I got another project. I'm working on with this artist named Rico Sama. I don't know if you're familiar with Rico Sama.
Okay.
I haven't heard of Rico Sama yet.
Yeah, I got
Okay.
some shit I'm working on with him too.
Where's he out of?
He's out of New Jersey.
New Jersey. New Jersey with plenty murders
But it's in that
occurred.
Where's the guy?
It's in that same shit, man. His shit is scummy. I think it's a scumbag or some shit. Man.
Okay. Okay.
He on that shit. He on that scummy shit.
Scummy shit.
Okay.
Damn. That made me flash back to Crucial Conflict with they had that track Scummy. That's a fact, nigga. Hey,
Yeah.
man. Well, listen, man. You are man. Listen, are you still gonna chill out with us? You know what I'm saying? We got more things to go through, bro. But you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely love you. Want to continue to rock with us, bro? Or you know what I'm saying?
Shit, if I gotta go, I'll let you know. I'm gonna
I bet.
Cream and onion chips.
Hey, listen, go ahead, man. We gonna keep it moving. Probably do a little intermission after a few more topics, though, man. But I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody viewing us. Comments rolling in. Shout out to everybody viewing, man. For real.
Yeah, where are you seeing the comments and shit?
Man, we got them going through YouTube right now and on Facebook too, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man, we got them rolling in both spots.
Shout out to everybody, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, y'all. We got Mr. Skip in the building, bro. He just going through some of his many stories, man. We're going to have to do a part 2, man, because I know you got about 1,000 damn stories. That's a fact.
Shit. Hella shit.
Straight up, bro. We're going to keep this thing rolling, man. I want to keep this thing St. Louis real quick, bro. Man. My man Nail, man. He's kind of catching a little slack, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if this is all the way true, but they say he might be doing a performance. He kind of got into some hot water last year, you know what I'm saying, by doing a performance that was kind of associated and linked to Trump, man. But now they're saying he's going to be doing a performance at Trump's son's club. I mean, I just want to ask y'all, man, people make too much of a big deal from this. You know what I'm saying? You know, we kind of going through that cancel culture era, you know what I'm saying, where people, if they don't like what you're doing, they just don't fuck with you, man. So, I mean, is people making a big deal out of this or what, man?
I mean, I just feel like, man, everybody needs to, you know, there's reasons for everybody doing whatever it is that they do. If it ain't affecting you,
yeah,
then it's like, why even, I don't know, like him performing with Trump don't affect me.
That's a fact.
So why would I let it don't affect me? Like,
exactly.
Why would I? Like,
exactly.
If obviously he's a grown ass man who knows what he wants to do, and if that's what he wants to do, more power to you. It don't affect me at the end of the day. I'm not performing at no Trump's son's party or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, I think, man, you know, I think people kind of make too much of a big deal for the simple fact that, yo, man, Trump already elected, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing Nelly can do to promote that. Trump already in office, man. But I just see, you know, it ain't just Nelly. It's who else was it? Chrisette. Was it Chrisette Michelle? Yeah, man. We just, you know,
man, whatever the case may be.
Exactly.
I mean,
Snoop Dogg too.
You got Snoop Dogg too, caught fire for, you know, performing at
the Uncle Snoop, man. How did they end? He's talking about
at the same time, it's like at the end of the day, it's like, I think it's, you know, social media has given a lot of people avenues to express their opinion.
That's a fact.
Who don't really need to express their opinion through social media. Like a lot of times, like social media in itself is like a barbershop. When people go to the barbershop and have conversation and be talking, all it is social media. It's all opinions. None of it is the gospel. None of it is the actual factual. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you just you hearing about some shit and you talking about it, and you know what I'm saying, you be respectful about it and move on your merry way. Because at the end of the day, when you get in your car and you drive home and you with your wife or what the chick with her husband or whatever, and the kids and all that's what matters. At the end of the day, it's what matters what's going on in your life and in your immediate surroundings. The same thing with like this whole thing with Clay and Megan Thee Stallion and everybody, you know, and she puts it out there that he, you know, whatever, doesn't want to be monogamous, and now people going in on him, and now he's posting on his boat and I'm glad to be free and all this type shit. It's like, man, come on, man.
Crazy, man. That shit's
but then it's like, damn, man, just 2 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? We watching the video of you twerking of her twerking on you. Every nigga and their mama looking like, damn, I wish that was me.
Hey, you already know people just be doing shit for the gram. You never know how somebody really feels about somebody.
We don't know. That's what I'm trying to say, though. We don't. Yeah. We can only go off what we see. We don't know what was going on behind closed doors between the two of them.
But you know what? The crazy thing about that situation, what I've been peeping, is just like it's causing a divide, man. You know what I'm saying? Men versus women going at each other. It's crazy how I'm just like, motherfuckers getting blocked and unfriended. What you saying? Like, yo, man, when it comes down to it, it's just two human beings in a relationship. We all done went through failed relationships. I mean, it ain't nothing different. Just because you're a celebrity.
They're just celebrities, man.
Come on, man. Come on. We all humans, though. We all go through the ups and the downs. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Who she is. She out here twerking. So what it's showing is it's showing like, damn, okay, this chick, she bad, she twerking, and he don't want to be monogamous with that. So now it's like it's putting him in the space of, well, what the hell is going on? But see that once again, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. We don't know how she acting with him. We don't know how she made him feel.
Exactly.
Just because she twerking on him. Just because she twerking on him and she looked good and she Megan Thee Stallion, that don't mean shit at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? She got to lay down. Motherfucker got to take a shit. He probably walked in the bathroom and fucking seen turds in the toilet, man.
Damn, that was it. That was it. I got to get rid of this motherfucker. You got to go.
That's what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, no matter how beautiful a chick is, man, she gon', you know what I'm saying? She got to take a shit, man. And that's what we got to realize, and we got to realize about people. See, I'm posted up, man. I'm talking some real shit with you.
No doubt, man. We here, brother. We
men,
here with
right?
it.
Men, right? So we, of course, we visual creatures. We like to, first thing you wake up in the morning, you get on Facebook or Instagram. What the hell you see? What's the first thing you see when you get on Instagram or Facebook?
I have got a girl whose pussy is so good. If you threw it up in the air, it would turn into sunshine.
Sunshine. Listen. When you wake up in the morning and you get on Instagram or Facebook, what's the first thing you see?
Man, listen, you gonna see some type of
chick twerking,
some type of twerk video, or some type of sexual.
Exactly.
Wow. Yeah. That's a fact, bro. It's all over. Exactly. It's all over.
That's the first thing we see as men. We wake up and we see this, man. So in our mind, as visual creatures, we look at that like, oh man. That's how niggas. So by Megan Thee Stallion doing what she did, that's why women, they get on the whatchamacallit, and they want to showcase themselves in that light, but not really realizing the fact, like, at the end of the day, when you get with that chick that's showcasing herself like that, now you find out who the real chick is behind closed doors, and it ain't the filters, it ain't the twerking, it's the person. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. When it comes down to it, you ain't seeing the representative, you getting to know the real person, man.
That's why that's what, man, I can go all off into all this.
Man, listen, we already know that's a deep ass subject for real, but like I said, you got to get to know the person, man. Shout out to my boy STL Reefer in the building, man. What's good? This nigga done joined up with us, man. Appreciate everybody that's viewing right now, for sure. That's a fact, man. KG, man, where you want to go next with this, bro? Like, what's up?
I'm gonna ask something off topic that I ain't asking when we was talking about his little interview or whatever. Is it true you really failed cosmetology school 17 times before you passed?
7 times.
Oh, 7. Okay, must have just read that. But 7 times before you passed?
Failed it 7 times.
Damn.
It got to the point. It got to the point where about the 3rd time when I failed it, and I always failed it by like 2 points. And it got to the time. It got to the maybe the 3rd time when the guy handed it to me, told me I failed. I just took that thing and just threw that motherfucker in the trash. Like, man, fuck this shit. And it got to a point I was really because like in order to join the union, the hair and makeup union, you have to have a Cosmo license. Because that's why if you look on like shows or whatever, it'll say hairstylist. Some of them will say barber, but I'm legitimately a hairstylist, right? So I had to go back and get that. So when I kept failing, I began to feel like, man, well, damn, maybe it ain't meant for me to happen. So I was looking into going into whatchamacallit, man, becoming an embalmer. I was thinking like, man, because I've always wanted to kind of go into that field of working at a funeral home as an embalmer, as a person that does cuts, you know what I'm saying, the dead, so to speak, because somebody got to do it. So I was looking into doing that, and then I was like, man, I was telling my girl, I was like, I had an interest in doing it, but I don't know, man. I was like, I fuck around and bring that shit home to me, that the energy of what I'm seeing and shit, and all that, you know what I mean? But I just kept at it, and eventually I passed it. You know what I mean? I think once again that just kind of goes with, once again, man. I think just being from St. Louis, man. When you know, growing up, when you watching TV, or even now you watch TV, you see shit, and especially like on TV in Hollywood, like something so far away. Like, man, that's far away, man. It ain't no way I'm gonna be near that. And so to be near it, and all I gotta do is do this to get to it, I'm gonna figure out a way to just continue to keep doing what I need to do to get to it, no matter how long it takes.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, bro.
You know what I mean? Some cats would have
gave up.
Like, fuck that shit. You know, when I first moved out here, I drove. Me and my homeboys, they trailed me out here in a rental. We just made it a 3.5 day road trip. Took 70 heading west, and made it a 3.5 day road trip. And when I got out here, I was staying with my cousin, sleeping on a couch in Inglewood. And I'll never forget the first week I was out. I remember I dropped them niggas off at the airport, and they stayed with me for a week, and I dropped them off at the airport, and they went back to St. Louis, and I was like, well, shit, I'm here now. And I ended up working in this barbershop in Inglewood, right there on the corner of La Brea and Hyde Park. Now I came out here in a red Grand Prix. So niggas ain't fuck with me because this was an all blood area. And here I am in a red Grand Prix, but they didn't fuck with me because they could see the plates and they saw how I was dressed. They knew I wasn't from they knew I wasn't banging. They knew I wasn't from Cali. And they saw the plates that said Missouri. But I'll never forget, man, just being out there, man, and imagine going from working I was working at Jamestown Mall at that time. So imagine me working at Jamestown Mall at the barbershop, and now I'm working on a barbershop on Goodfellas somewhere. Like I'm in the hood.
Yeah.
It don't feel like the hood though. You know what I mean? It's palm trees and sunny skies and shit. But
exactly, get food out there real quick.
These niggas gang banging. I think KG. I think it's whatchamacallit froze.
Oh damn.
My man got the same. He been having the same face for the last 5 minutes. This nigga here, god dang. Boy.
I like damn. Maybe I should stop talking. He ain't enthused.
Nigga done fell asleep in that motherfucker. That's crazy.
No.
Wake your ass up, man. All right, but listen, we're gonna keep rolling through, man. KG, I know you wanted to bring this up here, man. We got Kales in the building, R. Kelly. And fans disappointed that R. Kelly didn't make the New York Times 30 Greatest Live in America Songwriters list. Man, KG, how you feel about this, man?
And he could have replaced so many names on that motherfucking list, bro.
Man, R. Kelly was a shit, man.
Like, come on, man.
R.
No
Kelly,
matter,
man.
despite what he did, he's still one of the greatest songwriters out there.
R. Kelly, nigga. R. Kelly, hey, real talk. R. Kelly was our Kelly was our modern day Marvin Gaye, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro. No accolades, bro. Yeah, bullshit, man.
Hold on.
You
Watch
bullshit,
out.
man.
Cops might be ready to arrest y'all niggas. Yeah, no, man.
Please.
R. Kelly
definitely
is. I mean, all right. So he didn't make the songwriters list, and we already know why he ain't make the songwriters list. Unfortunately, he's gonna get snubbed on a lot of accolades and awards just because of the situation he in. The same way they do with O.J. Simpson. You know what I'm saying? He don't make it in certain types of Hall of Fames and shit just because the shit that's tied to his name. So,
man, would y'all have ever thought, man, in 95, 96, 30 years later, R. Kelly would be in prison, nigga?
Nah,
I still think about that shit like, man, what the fuck? Like, when you really think about it, would you have ever thought?
I think when he started wearing the Zorro mask, that was it was going downhill after that. I think when that nigga started putting on that Zorro mask, man, and
he became he got too cocky. He called himself Pied Piper and all that type of shit.
The Pied Piper, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
He knew it was coming to an end. But man,
hey, man, I thought the same thing, man. I'm like,
what the fuck?
Why has he got this Zorro mask on? Hey, but look, I went to an R. Kelly concert in 2005.
Okay,
St. Louis. Okay. And man, that concert was one of the best. Look, man, that concert, man, was a damn good concert, man.
Man, one thing we can't take away, you know what I'm saying, his genius and his talent. For sure. The boy know how to, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to this music, that was his arena. That was his backyard, for sure.
He sound just like the albums. You know who else sound like the albums live? Motherfucking Snoop.
Damn, never seen Snoop in person.
I went to the Rock the Bells in 2010, and it was Snoop performing Doggy Style, and it was Tribe Called Quest performing
Midnight Marauders.
I think Midnight Marauders. I went to that show.
Damn, crazy. They performed every song?
Every song.
Just the hits. Damn.
Every song. The whole album. The whole album.
Damn, that's
crazy.
Snoop
performed every song from Doggy Style. And let me tell you, man, when I saw him perform, he sounded just like the album, man. When I saw that, I took a whole nother level of respect for Snoop as a live performer, man. He sounds just like all the weed he smoked. He sounds like the album, man. I'm like, wow. I'm talking like not running out of bread, not nobody doing his ad libs. He's putting the mic down. Somebody's finishing his. No, nigga, I'm talking about he's finishing. He's rapping like. Bow wow wow yippee yo yippee yay. It's like I get Snoop, nigga, like Doggy Style, gin and juice, the whole thing.
That's crazy. Snoop be doing push-ups on stage, man. You know what I'm saying? He be straight up having push-up battles, man. So yeah, he definitely. I don't know. All the weed he smoked ain't affect his lungs not in one bit,
or his memory. Think about. You smoking the shit, you get up on stage and you gotta remember your line, your bars, man, your songs.
Yeah, I think Lil Wayne might have had a little problem with that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot. So it's tough, man. I mean, because listen, I mean, you got a mental Rolodex of 30 years of songs, nigga. Like that's tough, bro. So to be able to keep up,
man, I think that guys like that,
yeah.
Because it was a project that I did called Mind Therapy. And I was on the verge. I think I was on the verge of, I was like, you know what? In case I do a show and I perform these songs, I want to know them front and back. So what I would do is I would take a shower and have the song, the instrumental play of the whole album. And I would take my shower and be rapping the acapella, rapping the song, you know what I'm saying, just to myself. while I'm taking my shower and getting dressed and blah 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 blah. So I guarantee, and by doing that, I feel like if an artist like a Snoop, it's like working out. If an artist like that does that every day,
repetition.
It's embedded in your brain,
That's
no matter what, because that's a way that he makes his money. So you constantly, you know what I mean?
That's just like motherfucking New Edition, man. Them niggas been doing the same steps. Them niggas ain't even probably got to practice no more, bro. They can get on stage and just already know what it is, man, because they done did it for so long. It's repetitive, that repetition, man.
Hey, to backtrack what you were saying about what artists that I feel a certain way. I felt that way. I cut Bobby Brown's hair.
Wow.
For fucking Hollywood Bowl, the Hollywood Squares.
Okay.
They ain't last long either.
Yeah, they just did one season with old boy Fly DJ. What's his name?
DC Young Fly.
DC Young Fly. He was the host, and they had Bobby Brown on there. And I went in Bobby Brown's room, cut his hair, and I'll never forget, man. I cut his hair bald, did his face cut, bald, whatever. And I'm just like, I was kind of for a moment. Well, the thing what kind of helped was that he don't look shit like how I remember Bobby Brown back in the day. So that's what kind of got me through. Like, nigga, when I finished, I gave him my card or whatever, woo woo, and we kind of chopped it up. But you can tell, man, you can just, when he was in a chair and I'm cutting him out, you can just feel the heartache off of him. Like, you can feel like this nigga's been through a lot of shit.
A lot of shit, for sure.
Off of him. You can feel that energy from him. Like, this nigga he's been through a lot of shit.
A lot of shit.
Where I had to go, when I left that day, I had to go back to the crib and watch fucking every little step I take type shit. I was like, damn, this is that nigga?
This the same guy, right. Yeah, it just seemed like, I think his brother just passed away not too long ago, man. And he had broke down on stage while performing. So yeah,
I'm trying to tell you. When I was cutting his hair, nigga, you can feel his story on him.
Facts. He probably didn't even want to be there, but you already know, man, you got to keep working, you got to keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, another thing too, like, he looked different. Like, the nigga is like below, like the nigga, you know what I'm saying? The nigga is different. Like, he's older and shit.
Different. Yeah, that's a fact.
So it's like, damn, it's okay. This isn't the Bobby Brown of then. This is the Bobby Brown of now. But I felt the energy on him. Like, wow, man. Like, you can just feel you can feel the stories.
Well, you know what, man? We got another story, man. That's kind of got some heartache tied to it, man. With somebody that, is an iconic actor in the Black community, man. This kind of hit everybody out of nowhere, man. My guy, Menace Society, bro, on life support right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And people saying it's not looking too good, man. So, man, just definitely wanted to, send our prayers out, and, to his family, bro. Every year, I think somebody is quoting something from one of his movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might not know his name, but some part he done did, whether it's in the Players Club or Menace Society, Tales from the Hood, set it off right. Yo, hook that nigga up with the haircut.
Yeah, with the AP. Give him the AP in the back,
what I'm saying? Get the nigga the Acorn Projects. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But facts, man.
You know what's crazy, man? So, like, for instance, I'm looking at this, right? And so, like, when I'm on set, like, I'm in the trailer and I'm cutting, like, you know what I'm saying, certain actors or whatever, young actors, let's say in their 20s or whatever. I tell them, I say, man, you're going to forever be your age on camera. No matter how old you get, you can be 70, 60 years old. You can be on your deathbed. You'll forever be 25, 24 years old on this.
Right, exactly.
I'll never forget. I forgot what actor it was. I was told that to. He was like, "Wow, man! You know what? I never looked at it like that."
Facts.
That reminds me of, like, this guy. We see him on what we remember him as, and he'll forever be that age.
Be that. Yep.
no matter how he looks on the other side and what he's going through. And if when he passes on, or if he passes on, he'll forever be remembered and looked at as that 25-year-old
That's a
actor.
fact. That's a fact. Every time we think of him, we're gonna think of him. We ain't gonna think about him in that hospital bed. We're gonna think about him in those movies and you know what I'm saying, how he looked in those roles. That's the fact, man. And yeah, man. Shout out to Samuel Monroe, man. For real. I never knew his name until then. That's just on me. That's a fact, bro. But we definitely understand the contribution he made, you know what I'm saying, to black cinema. You know what I mean? For sure. You know, just one of those guys like a AJ Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Just people that just got iconic movie scenes, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna last forever with us, man. So yeah, definitely sad.
In 2011, I met old girl that was in Friday. That was like the big girl that got out the car. She was.
Miss Jackson, Freddie Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah.
She came inside the Walgreens. She came in the Walgreens where I worked at. And I was ringing her up, and I was like, I said, "Damn, you look familiar." I said, "Is you an actress?" She was like, "Yeah, something like that." I was like, "Oh shit, you old girl, woo woo woo." She was all like, "Yeah, that's me." So we was chopping it up. It was just me and her in the Walgreens, man, and we just chopped it up. I tell her I'm a barber. I was like, "Yo, I got my cards." She's like, "Well, give me some cards. I'm around a bunch of guys all the time," because she was working over at Jamie Foxx's radio show called The Foxhole or something.
Yeah, Foxhole.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna give you these cards, but don't you be. I was like, I don't want to be giving you these cards and you don't be giving them to nobody.
Right.
He was like, no, for real. She said, for real. I'm for real. I keep it real. I'm real. And I was like, all right. And I gave her the cards, man. And she was like, and she left. And then was it like less than a year later, I heard she passed.
Yeah, she passed away. Yeah, that was definitely out of nowhere.
That was a moment, like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Well, that's dope, man. That's a super dope moment to have, bro. For sure. R.I.P., man. And hopefully, man, Samuel, man, hopefully he pulls through, bro. You know, it's never over till it's over. But yeah, that just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, damn, life support, man. That's definitely, that's critical right there. So
how long you been knowing Reno?
Man, bro, since we went to high school together, man. So I've been knowing him.
Name sound familiar. Is that a light skinned dude?
You want to call him light skin, I guess.
Yeah, kind of,
first skin, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, man, fucking since like junior high school, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man, long time from the soil, man. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. That's a fact, bro. Man,
what made you like start this podcast? What made you, you know what I'm saying? Like it's interesting because I got a podcast too. And it's like utilizing from this type of perspective because I was using Zoom.
Okay.
StreamYard is pretty good.
Yeah, StreamYard is pretty good, man. You know, one thing I like about StreamYard, it allows you to go live on different platforms simultaneously. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right now we're going live from YouTube, Facebook, and you can add more. I think you can go up to maybe 8 to 10 damn platforms. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that drew us to StreamYard. Because we can reach different audiences. And but man, as far as the genesis of this thing, man, KG hit me up, you know what I'm saying? Was like, yo, I was thinking about starting a podcast, and I was like, well, damn, I was thinking about starting a podcast too, you know what I'm saying? And you know, hip-hop is just natural for us, man. We both got a passion when it comes down to hip-hop. So it's like second nature for us to come up here. And speak on it, man. But we've been doing this, man, 2.5 years? You know what I'm saying? So going on 3 years, man. So, you know, we know it's a slow grind and we're trying to ramp it up. For sure.
I had started mine in early 2018. I did like 45 episodes and I stopped in 2021. A homeboy of mine that I did an interview. I interviewed him for the podcast. He ended up passing away from COVID and that October. And you know what I'm saying? I think for me, after that, I was just like, man, I just kind of like just fell back from it. You know what I mean? But the thing about it was, the podcast that I do is called Lounging with Skip, and pretty much it's just talking to different people about their journey in the entertainment industry.
Okay.
And so, like I said, I did 45 episodes, and but I want to get back into it. You know what I'm saying? So looking at it from this perspective on StreamYard, I did a few episodes on Zoom. But I like this from this fact. Now the way that y'all utilize this, do y'all record this and post it? Like, how does that work?
Well, we streaming live right now, man. You know what I'm saying? But like kind of like for the after hours edition, we kind of like to do it live so we can engage with the viewers. But yeah, we will also do recordings that's not live too. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, right now we kind of unedited. This is raw, unfiltered. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we do it both ways, just depending on how the schedule going.
So this right here, you don't record the live version, record it, and then maybe edit it down and then
Exactly. So this version right here is going straight to YouTube. But we'll go back and, you know what I'm saying, edit videos, make shorts, things of that nature afterwards. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's a fact, bro. Matter of fact, man, I want to ask y'all this, man. I thought I had a picture to bring up with this, but we're talking about Hollywood, and this is just something I was thinking about yesterday. I had hit a blunt yesterday, and I'm like, you know what? This might be a good question. So I want to know who y'all felt had the better debut role. You know what I'm saying? They first big time acting role, right? So I got two people. I got Tupac, I got DMX. So what I'm putting together is Juice versus Belly. But really it's going down to Bishop versus Tommy Buns, man. Who do you think acted out their role better?
Tupac, Juice, man. Tupac,
Speak on it, man. Talk about
Juice.
it.
Juice, man. Like Juice. Like, but once again, I think that I think it's also where a person was in their life when those movies came out. In 92, Juice came out. I'm like a junior in high school. I went to the theater, Halls Ferry 14.
14.
To see Juice. Yeah.
Ferry 14.
It came out. Whereas when Belly came out, I don't remember when I went. I don't remember even if I went to the theater to see Belly. I think
that was 98.
I'm pretty sure I did, but it wasn't memorable from like looking at DMX, like how it was with seeing Tupac on the screen playing Bishop, man. He was menacing. Bishop was menacing, man.
Listen, I mean, you know what? You know, somebody had posted, and I kind of agree. You know, Juice can be classified as a horror film, to be honest, because and especially the way they shot Juice, where you got Tupac popping up behind niggas' lockers. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost shot like a horror film. Like he's damn near Jason. He just be popping up on niggas. Everybody gets scared, and, you know, start dropping shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bishop, you don't get tired of this shit, man.
Right, straight up.
He was the full-on villain.
He was a villain in that. You know what I'm
But
saying?
he was but I think what kicked it off, what made him like menacing, was when he hugged the mother and was looking at Q.
Oh yeah, looking at Q.
That's what did it. It was like this nigga's shady. This nigga's shiesty, man. Like
so many. And it's funny you mentioned that so many rappers quote that part.
Yep.
Every rapper quotes that part. You know what I'm saying?
Because it was a memorable shiesty moment. How are you gonna hug the mother of the man you killed?
Nigga you just killed? Yeah.
Of your boy. That's your boy.
I knew Pac was crazy in that bitch.
And you gonna look at the nigga that knows you killed him too?
Mm-hmm.
That was shiesty, man.
You shiesty. Well, that nigga said, I don't give a fuck about myself. He said, I don't give a fuck about my damn self.
Mhm.
I
look.
know, like, leave this nigga alone. When a
Hey,
nigga
look.
say he don't give a fuck about himself, god dang,
When
it's a
he
rap.
popped up on the damn at the locker, and this nigga said, "What's up?"
What's up? Straight up. That nigga J.
He
Cole
said, "Listen,
used that in the
man."
line too. J.
He
Cole
said,
put that
"Listen,
in the
man,
bar.
I'm tired of this fucking shit. I'm tired of your fucking games, man." I'm tired. He's like, he said, "You know what?" He's like, "Yo, man, you crazy, B."
He's like,
He said, "You know what?"
what?
At first, I was kind of
am
tripping,
crazy.
right? He's at first, I was kind of tripping, right? But then I thought about it. He said, "Yeah, you know what? I am crazy.
I am
And
crazy.
you know what else? I don't give a
Give a
fuck."
fuck.
When he said that in the theater, I'll never forget, nigga. We sitting in the theater like, I know I was like, what the fuck? Because keep in mind, before Pac came with that movie, I remember seeing him on the
Digital
it
Underground.
was there was the when I clown around, when I hang around with the underground girls.
Right.
Digital Underground. Yeah.
Yeah, AO2, step up, get him on the rock. When I clown
Same song.
When he came in with that, I was like, who is this dude? I'll never forget this, man.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this dude? And then he came with Brenda's Got a Baby. It was like, okay, this is the dude from that song. It was when he came with that movie, it's like, oh shit, who is this nigga? It's like that's the dude from Same Song and Brenda's Got a Baby. He's acting. And he fucking did, after that nigga, I think after he did Juice, see y'all was there, but y'all was little, y'all was, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was like 4 years younger. You gotta keep in mind, man, when 92 came around, nigga, I'm like 15. So I'm in the theater already, like tripping off this nigga. And when it was like after Juice, then the bald head showed up, nigga, and now it was motherfucking next thing you saw him on was like holla if you hear, not holla if you hear me, yeah, holla if you hear me, motherfucking
When my homies call.
when my homies called, because he had the bald head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The next time you saw him after Juice was him with the bald head. So you're like, oh
Bud
shit,
Rim.
he cut his hair. Like I'm keep in mind, I'm cutting hair at this time. So I'm tripping off his haircut. I'm like, oh shit, he got a bald head now. But I think what really took him over was when he did the joint, the I Get Around joint. When he did the I Get Around,
that was it.
And he did the MC Breed record.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotta
I
get
gotta get
mine.
mine.
You gotta
When
get
he did those two,
You gotta get mine.
it was like, yo, this nigga flying. And after he did like I Get Around and fucking Gotta Get Mine, I think he came with that was when he got in that shit with the trouble with the cops and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Atlanta shit. Yeah.
Fucking the Dear Mama album, that album.
Me Against the
Me Against the
World.
He dropped Me Against the World and he was locked up. And that very last song that he did, he's like, you don't find I see death
Outlaws.
I see
said
death
different around the corner.
Around the
Yeah.
corner. Yeah.
It was like, oh, this nigga's serious.
Oh yeah, that was it right there. You know, crazy
Yeah,
thing.
hold on. I'm tripping, nigga. So many tears, nigga.
Oh, that's my favorite song on that motherfucking album. That's my
So
favorite
many
Pac song.
tears.
Period.
I said, oh shit, this nigga is. And when he dropped so many tears, I'll never forget. I went to Street Side Records right there on fucking what's that off of West Florissant.
Yeah, by the YMCA and the Toys R Us and shit.
With the toy, I went to Street Side Records. You know, this is back then. You could put the headphones on and go listen to it.
Right.
Yeah.
I put the headphones on, went over there, listened to Me Against the World, and I heard that So Many Tears. I said, damn, man. And this nigga was locked up. Everybody was bumping that album. And then when that nigga, when he got out, nigga, and got on death row, when he came out, nigga, I'll never forget when Mike Tyson fought. I forgot who he fought, but he walked out to Ambition as a Rider. He walked out to that song, and we never heard it yet because All Eyes on Me ain't dropped yet. And I remember Tyson walked out to that dun, 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 and you could hear Pac. You're like, damn, is that a new Pac song? I'll never forget that because I was watching the fight and thinking like, what the fuck is that? And then, yeah, I remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then he fucking dropped that shit, man.
That was
It was
crazy.
like Pac, when Pac dropped All Eyes on Me, I'll never forget when he dropped All Eyes on Me, nigga. Like I'm in the dorm room up in Imperial Hall at Lincoln University. This is we talking what, February '96, nigga. And I never forget, I'm laying in my bed waking up. I hear the nigga above me, D Hall, rest in peace. D Hall is above me because his room is above me. I'm hearing him. Dun, 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 dun. I'm waking up hearing All Eyes on Me playing. Like, damn, this nigga got that Pac. Because we all knew that was coming out that day. And this nigga must have went and got it like first person in the store, nigga. Because niggas
right.
like, fuck, this nigga already got it, bumping it.
That was everything, man.
Man, everything, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man.
Now listen, my answer might be a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, I gave DMX the edge over Pac for his performance of Tommy Buns, but really, the only reason I did that is because, man, you know, Pac was classically trained to be in theater. You know what I'm saying? This is what he did. You know what I'm saying? He went to different types of high schools for acting, and right, he was a thespian off the top. This is what he was groomed to be. He was groomed to be a great actor, whereas DMX, man, was just raw. You know, that was his first movie role. Nigga ain't never did no other acting, dog. But the way, you know what I'm saying, it seemed so natural for him to play Tommy Buns. It looked like he was acting for 10, 15 years. You know, his timing, his instincts, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't overacting on parts. You know, he was intense when he needed to be. And, you know, I always kind of go back to that scene where it's him and Nas in that diner. You know what I'm saying? When they both he got the suit on and all that. Like, his demeanor was so cool and calm, like totally different from the Tommy Buns you saw early in the movie. So just those.
Remember that scene when he was in the car and he ran the red light.
Yeah,
I was just thinking that.
Man,
fuck that, nigga. He's
fuck,
like,
I'm smoking weed. Fuck
weed.
weed.
Yeah.
Like,
Nigga,
bro, he
talk about a
was,
red light.
he was so intense, man. When you think about the scenes when he had with Ox, like, yo, man, I need to get on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You felt that hunger, like, yo, get this nigga a brick right now, man. This motherfucker.
It's so crazy because when you go and look at that movie, and then after that, he was like on the verge of being the black Steven Seagal.
Man, facts.
He was on the verge of being the black Steven Seagal because he was in that movie with Aaliyah, and then one in the
Romeo Must Die.
One in the movie with Jackie Chan or some shit too.
Cradle to the Grave.
Yeah, Jet Li. Yeah,
Jet Li.
Yeah, Jet Li. Yeah,
he was on the verge of like being but you know what I'm saying, the drugs.
The
man.
drugs fucked him up. They kind of derailed him, bro. And that's another thing. Like, dude had a wide gauntlet. Like, he was able to do all types of movies. You know what I'm saying? What's that one movie he had where he's with Reagan Gomez?
Never Die Alone.
Never Die Alone.
That was based on a Donald Goines book.
Yeah, it's a Donald Goines book. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of showed you I can get in my drama bag too. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gotta be just, you know. So yeah, man. I think DMX was he has so much potential, bro. And it just seemed natural, bro. Like, nigga, he ain't go to no type of acting school. He just, man, he just put passion in everything he did in this show, bro.
You know what I'm saying, man? This is why I trip off like being behind the scenes of seeing this shit, right? Because it puts me in a space of like, damn, could I act? You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to feel like, damn, shit, could I be on this motherfucker too? Like, because it's like it starts to like bring out a certain type of energy when you around it and you seeing how they doing it and how they you say fuck them cameras. Like, a lot of times people will trip off the cameras, but once you into the mode of who the character is, you don't give a fuck about the cameras.
Yeah.
And I think that becomes the hard part. So it's like thinking about Pac or thinking about DMX in those roles. There's a camera in their face.
Yeah.
So you have to find a way to disconnect from that camera and really look at the actor and the other person that you're talking to and be that character in that mode. And so it's like, I think it kind of helps a lot of times. It's like when they say about comedians, reason why like Richard Pryor, one of the greatest comedians, but he was dealing with so much dark shit that he finds a space to make people laugh from his darkness, right? I think the same goes for basically actors too, man. Because a lot of times when you dealing with like acting can be an escape for a person who's going through some dark shit.
Oh, facts.
You feel me? Because it gives them an escape mode to kind of be something that they're not. So like how Pac was being Juice, or how DMX was in Belly. That could have been who it is that they want to be.
Exactly.
On camera. You know what I mean? But they really can't be in real life.
In real life, yeah. No, that's a fact, bro. That's a fact, man.
So it takes the actor to, and so by me seeing that, it puts me in a space like, damn. Like, I feel like for myself, I would like to be something that I'm not, and to be on camera, because it never know. It could basically push me to be. I literally feel like I kind of want to act. You know what I mean? Like,
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Watching those Tubi movies, man, I be so inspired. I'm like, yo, I can do this, man. These motherfuckers can do it. I can motherfucker put a movie together, man. Yes, that's a fact. So yeah.
Only downside to that is that the only I don't say downside, but the only thing to that is just it takes a lot of you got to be in that moment consistent.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because they gotta film you. They gotta film the scene. Then they gotta film the close-ups.
Yeah.
Then they gotta film the wide shot. And then they gotta do a turnaround. So that means when they do the turnaround, they gotta break everything down, turn it around, and film the same way the other way. And you gotta keep the same energy the entire time.
The entire time.
So that way it looks seamless when it's all edited. You know,
and that'll do for real. You never know the work.
That in itself can be draining mentally because you got to stay in that same
mode. And might be hours probably like in between them set changes and all that. But
when they do a turnaround, not only that, you got to do a turnaround. Then you now it's time to go to lunch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they were saying like with Denzel, like certain characters, certain actors being in method. They're method
actors.
They stay in that. Because if you try to break out and, oh yeah, what's going on, man? Now you're trying to get back,
get back into it. Yeah,
it can be hard.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
I seen this shit, man. Let me tell you something. I was working on All American Homecoming. I was the barber on the first season, and there's an actor on there named Peyton. Peyton, he's gonna be in the upcoming spinoff, Snowfall spinoff. He's in that. That's the.
Okay.
Yeah, Peyton. But anyway. I remember on All American Homecoming, he was like the lead. He was like, it was him. I think he was the number 1 or the number 2 of the show. And so I was doing his hair for that. He had a scene where he had a migraine, like in real life. And like, so during the scene, he had to act normal, but literally when they were like doing turnarounds or whatever the case may do, he would leave set and go in another room and have to like be like lay on the couch, like in the dark, man. Because
in the dark,
his head was throbbing. I come in there and check on him to make sure he ain't like laying down on his hair, because I had to come in and check to make sure his hair is still cool. And he's just like, man, bro, I said, man, you good, bro? He's all like, man, my head, nigga. And then he was like, man, my head is just, man, the migraine was pulsating, throbbing. But then when they said, all right, we need Peyton, he goes back on the shit. And when you look at the monitor, he's back and doing his scene and shit. And even when you see, when I went back and saw that episode and saw him on the camera, it's like, you can't even tell. And that just kind of let me know, like, you don't know what these actors or actresses is going through physically during the moment of their performance, man. He was dealing with a throbbing headache, bro. But he got to act like he got to laugh, and like you may see a scene on a movie where they laughing and shit, and This nigga got a straight up. This nigga got diarrhea or something.
You don't know what the fuck.
Seriously, I've
Get
seen
the
it.
fuck out of my way, Stanley.
Listen, man. I've seen this shit. Listen, man. I've seen this shit, bro. I've seen this shit. These niggas, they be like, yo, where's so and so? Oh, he's in the bathroom. He's been in the bathroom for 20 minutes. Yeah, because he's fucking taking a shit. But he got to come back and fucking
right.
like it's some regular shit going on. But he really is like having diarrhea, man.
That's crazy. It takes a lot to be an actor, bro. You gotta have that discipline, man. It ain't nothing easy, bro.
Man, ain't none of it easy, man. But that's why they make the money they do, because it's like you're basically getting paid this money to be on company time, but also be another person. You know what I mean? You're not just like you know, when the thing about it is, and this is why I mentioned with other actors I come across, I'm like, the reason why motherfuckers be tripping off celebrities and all this shit is because in our daily lives, where if you sick or you at home or you get into it with your girl or whatever case may be, you may turn the TV on and see this movie that, you know, perks up your spirit, like, oh man, that nigga crazy, that nigga a fool, whatever. So you're watching people in your everyday that, you know what I'm saying, are these characters on TV, right? So when you see them in person, it's like, oh shit, you kind of feel like a part of them is with you, because they were there when you was maybe going through some bullshit with your girl or going through a death in the family or whatever, and you
relate to it.
So now you look at this person and you feel like, oh man, woo woo, but they just basically going to work doing what they do, which is being an actor on the camera. It's no different than what you going to work doing what it is you do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So by me coming into looking at it from that space, it's like all of us, we're all the same. It's just that their job is being on camera.
That's a fact. Well, listen, man,
I'm right there cutting them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and like I told my homeboy that work at a Reno shop. Me and him go back, my boy Jamie.
Yeah.
Me and him go back to first grade.
That's crazy.
Back to 83. So I told him, I said, nigga, you are no different than me when it comes to this barbering. I said, the only difference is in what I did that you didn't do was I left St. Louis and went to where the opportunity was.
Right. Sometimes you got to move away to make a way.
It's no different than it's not like, oh, I'm this, like when I touch your head, nigga, it's gold, nigga. I'm hitting it with gold. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's no different than I know certain things to make it pop on camera. I know how to, if you would say, yo, man, I'm doing this film, Skip, I want you to come and cut me, woo woo. I know how to make it pop on camera, how to make your hair pop on camera.
That's definitely a motherfucking skill right there, man. That's a fact. Listen, we gonna keep moving into some hip hop as you know what I'm saying, as we near the ending of the show, man. We definitely want to put on a few more topics, and we got Dr. Dre in the game, man. Seen together at the Game's son's birthday party. I just want to ask y'all, man, do y'all think does this mean we got some Dre Game music on the way?
No.
I mean, how y'all feel about this? He said no.
He said no.
He said no, nigga. It's over.
When I saw that, it looked, they just happened to run into each other, man. And of course, Dre's not gonna be like, nah, I ain't trying to holler at that nigga. But if you go back and watch that video, you see the way when he comes up and they hug, they dap, whatever. It's more of like,
yeah,
okay, nigga, good to see you, like,
right. It ain't no full embrace, like,
no.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, good to see you. I ain't seen you in hellas, but good to see you, type shit. I didn't get the hell yeah, nigga, come by the crib. We finna drop the documentary 3 or some shit. I didn't get that vibe.
I didn't get that. Yeah.
You know what? Listen, maybe this might be that small olive branch to maybe get us to that. But yeah, you're right. I didn't get that vibe when I saw it. I just saw a vibe of respect. You know what I'm saying? Because shit, you can tell that you know, Dre ain't been around Game's family because he was like, damn, you look just like him. You know what I'm saying? You can tell that he probably ain't witnessed Game's kids being, you know what I'm saying, growing up.
It was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was a vibe of acknowledgement.
Exactly, which is good.
It's like imagine if you ain't seen somebody in a long time and you at Red Lobster or some shit, and you be like, "Damn, nigga, what's good, man? You good, man? Oh man, I ain't seen you in some hellas, man. How's your mom doing? Oh man, she good, man. You know she okay. That's what's up, man. All right, for sure, man. Yeah, man. Y'all be safe, man. All right, yeah.
Real quick, yep. Real quick.
That was the vibe I got from seeing that video.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It wasn't. Oh shit, nigga, let's do some shit, man. Hit me up, man. Woo. Yeah, I bet I'm finna be at the studio tonight, man. Come through. Like, nah, I didn't get that.
But you know what? But that would be crazy if they did link back up in the studio. You know what I'm saying? The run the game been on lately.
I don't know if Dr. Dre got it though, man.
You don't know if Dre got it, man.
I don't know if Dre got it no more like that, man. Dre, like, I don't know, like, I don't know, man. Dre's heyday production wise was the Chronic 2001 era, and I think like you need like certain people, man. I think the stuff me and my homeboy talk about this, man. He overproduces, man. He overproduces. He tries to like overproduce. Like, nigga, he wants to make sure every little thing is fucking produced.
Perfect.
Like, nigga, just lay the hi-hat and the drum, nigga, and lay the melody in there and then get some rap on this.
Let it go.
Like, you try to do too much, adding strings and harps and all that type of shit, man.
And that's the thing, man, because he got so much unreleased music. He might have the most unreleased music ever. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the fact that he a perfectionist and he just don't feel like, nah, I can't put this out. Now, this shit might be the hardest shit ever, but he like, no, I can't put this shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as Dre still got it, I think he still, as far as the tracks I've been hearing lately, like he produced some tracks on those Snoop Dogg albums that came. What's that? Missionary.
I heard that shit too, man.
Yeah, it was. He had some shining moments on there. It wasn't every track.
What's it called? What's the name called?
What's that?
The name of the shining moment. What was the name of that song?
What was that? Skyscrapers. I want to say Skyscrapers. That's the track with Method Man on there.
Maybe so, man.
That was probably like my favorite track on that album. You know what I'm saying? But
Dre ain't the same, man.
He ain't the same. He ain't the same,
man. Nah, don't get me wrong. The brand, when you see Dr. Dre, the name, we all run to it. Now that's the thing. When you can have a name that no matter what, people are gonna still run to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Dre name folks will still run to it just because.
And it's associated.
To at least hear it.
Facts.
If I can have 5 million people in the world be like, oh, Mr. Skip did it, let me go listen to it. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So
crazy.
Dre got that. No matter what, Dr. Dre did it. Let me go listen to it. Now, whether or not you gonna stick and listen to it again, you may listen to it again. And after the second time, I listened to Missionary 2 times, and after that, I ain't never heard it ever since. That's
the thing about it. It had that lasting power. You know what I'm saying? To me as well. I might have listened to it for a couple of weeks to try to get it. And like I say, Snoop had some shining moments on there, but it just wasn't. I don't know.
You can tell it wasn't for real. No. Snoop. It wasn't.
It wasn't. Listen, I really wanted those guys when they announced Missionary. I'm like, okay, hopefully they go back to that G-Funk, man. Go back to that G-Funk era, man. Go back into that bag. That's what I wanted to hear, because that's when both of them niggas was at their best, like as far as the chemistry they had together was doing that G-Funk era. So but hey, I can't be mad. Both of those guys are older now. They're on a different level.
If Dre linked up with, another like. There's so many cats like in these hoods out here, man, in Watts and South Central and that represent that West Coast shit. If he really like just said, okay, you know what? Let me just produce. Let me get an artist that's popping out here in the West, like how he did with Kendrick. Let me
Right.
get an artist that's popping out here in the West. Let me produce him. I guarantee. Let me put it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't
I
put shit out,
guarantee
man.
then something could pop off. But I think that he's such a, you know what I'm saying, like, oh no, you know, perfectionist of the shit that, like, imagine if Dre produced like a fucking Geechee Gotti or some shit. Imagine if fucking if you know, whatever, like West Coast, I don't know, like West Coast nigga, like, imagine if he would have produced a Nipsey when Nipsey was popping, before he got killed. Imagine it. You know what I'm saying? I think then it also, I think it's not even about Dre. It's just more so about who is he producing. Like, he could produce Snoop, he could produce Snoop, but that's no different than Quincy Jones. That's no different than back in 94 when 92 when Quincy Jones came out with Secret Garden. Like, yeah, that song was tight, but was motherfuckers really going to buy the fucking listening, talking about Quincy Jones in 92 like that? No, nigga. They was bumping Secret Garden. Why?
Right.
Because
Barry White,
Barry
White, right?
I'll be sure. They was all on that shit.
That's a fact.
But wasn't nobody talking about, because why? His heyday was that Thriller. So I think but imagine that Quincy Jones, but when Quincy Jones produced, went and got Tevin Campbell and did all that,
right?
He was popping again. Why? Because it was new talent.
New talent. Yeah, that's a fact. I think Dre definitely gets inspired from new talent, bro.
Hearing Dre and Snoop together is like fucking hearing fucking Berry Gordy and fucking the Temptations, and this is 94. Who the fuck? Keep in mind, you gotta think. Imagine you in 99 and your senior year in high school, and you hearing the Temptations is dropping a new album with Berry Gordy. You're gonna be like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean?
Because it's gonna be just your core fans. Like, it's
gonna be your parents.
Right.
Parents
wow. Yeah, that's a fact.
You ain't gonna give a fuck as an 18-year-old in 99. You ain't gonna give a fuck.
Like, you know, it's only a few times where you seen people, like, we just talking about R. Kelly. Now, R. Kelly did have that ability to take an older talent and bring them into that modern age, like he did with Ronald Isley, like he did with Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? But that, you don't see that a lot. That's like the reverse of it. You know what I'm saying? Where you take a guy from the past and make him relevant in modern times. You don't see that too much. You know what I'm saying?
And the reason being is because you got to also remember too, just that time period. I think nowadays we in a different time period of the
stream. We in a way different. Yeah.
So we in a back then with the motherfucking with the Mr. Biggs and all that shit.
Right.
There was no streaming. It was like the new song, the new arc. You know, when R. Kelly came with In the Closet, you know, it was part 3 next week. You know what I mean? It wasn't like this is how we're gonna watch all these parts tonight.
Streaming, right? We're gonna binge watch the shit, right?
We're gonna watch. You got part 1 and 2 tonight.
Yeah, you had to wait on that shit.
Wait till next week.
Yeah.
For 3 and 4.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Or whatever the next day or some shit.
That's
what y'all remember that shit. Shit. You had to wait. So there was a different time period. Nowadays, because of streaming,
it's too much over.
It's so many music coming out. You can just stream that shit, hear it yourself, and then you'd be like, that's cool, and not even come back to it.
Yeah, that's the problem with it. It's the game is so saturated. You know, a lot of albums don't have a lot of staying power like they used to, bro.
Albums don't have a lot of staying power, and even back then, them days when you had to press up CDs, I was pressing up CDs and going out there on Delmar. Me and my homeboy going out there on Delmar in Washington, selling CDs in 2002, 2003, hand to hand, to where it's like now you can just drop an album and shit and put it on through DistroKid or something, and it gets out to the world, and then boom, that's it.
That's it. Totally different, man.
It's different. It's saturated. So when everybody, but you know what changed the game on that? What made it saturated like that? What started it was Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy gave.
He the first. He do everything.
He the one. He gave the quote. What they say, the YNs. He gave the young boys. He inspired them. He gave them access to say, you know what, I can just get me a computer and create and record myself and drop my own shit.
That's a fact. He started a wave,
When
man.
he did that shit, that opened it up along the side. Him, Soulja Boy, and Lil Wayne. Soulja Boy for the giving the access to do it yourself, and Lil Wayne for the amount of material that he was putting out.
Exactly. Because you definitely couldn't do that back in the day.
Fuck no.
They wouldn't let you put out like all the shit Lil Wayne was doing. Like, nigga, you would not be able to do that back in the old school bottle of rap. Like,
No.
he wasn't doing that on no Def Jam. It had
No.
to be in a situation where he had that freedom, you know what I'm saying, from like a Cash Money independent type label to
It
be
gave,
able to drop
access,
all
it gave
that.
access to artists to put their music out on these mixtape sites.
Exactly.
Where they can put it out on that Piffs and all that shit. Once Spotify came around, then now all of a sudden now you got these distributors coming out the woodwork saying, okay, you got your music. We'll distribute your music to Spotify, Apple Music, all the platforms right now. You know what I'm saying? So when you got access to record some shit and drop it so the world can hear it.
That's different. It makes the game a lot easier, man. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting your music out. KG, man. Anything you want to, you know what I'm saying? Anything you want to talk about, man, before we close up and get on out of here for the night, man. Anything else you want to talk about, bro?
I did go into a deep dive in social. Hey, where you get them old ass them vibes and them double XLs or whatever you had? Yeah. I was like, damn, where the fuck you get that? The Biggie cover,
I got those. Man. I got
cover.
from back then, I just kept them.
Damn.
I got way more. I got way more in storage back out there in St. Louis. Out there in storage. I got like two of them bins. Two of them bins, man, of
totes.
Yeah, totes of like records. I got like about 4 or 5 tote bins, and I got like about like 4 or 5 boxes of magazines, man, of double XLs and Source magazines. And I think I got the very first Source magazine I got was the one with it was Too Short, and it was talking about the 92 riots. Yeah, so I pretty much kept a lot of them magazines, man. I got the Murder Dog magazines, all that shit. I got hella shit, man.
I'm so pissed off. I kept all my magazines, bro, boxed up in my mom's garage, man. And one day our garage got flooded, man. And the water damage fucked up. I kept every Source magazine, every double XL magazine. Like, I kept all that shit, bro. And everything got destroyed, bro. But so it's pretty dope that you got that, man.
I got all that shit. The thing about it was I was trying to sell them. I was trying to because I go on eBay and I was like, man, let me go on eBay and look up each one. And shit, man, it like the Tupac one or something. I think the Tupac one was like $150 or something. I'm like, man, I got this shit, and they all in good condition. But it's like, I'm like, should I put this shit on eBay? You know what I mean? I don't know.
I can show you how to navigate eBay. That's my thing.
And the thing is,
because before I moved and came out here, I was selling records on eBay. I remember I sold the Showbiz and AG. Shit was an album that they did. I forgot the name of the joint, but it was a 12-inch. I remember I sold that 12-inch for like $40, just like the 12-inch, the single front and back of Showbiz and AG. And this was in 2009.
It's crazy.
I got a Pete Rock and CL Smooth 12-inch. It's I think it's Mecca. I think it's Mecca and the Soul Brother, a certain version, and then the other side is like it's another song, but then it's a hidden song that was extra on there that wasn't even on the Mecca and the Soul Brother album. I mean, I remember looking on eBay back then, and that album was like $350 back in 2009.
That's crazy.
And I still got that.
Like about triple
I still got
People
that.
by now.
I still got that back at the crib.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm sitting on all these records, but I don't know how to maneuver to be able to like try to pop them off on eBay and shit.
Yeah, and they actually have, because I'm about to go to one Sunday, but they actually have the physical record shows too, where you can go be a vendor and just have your shit set up, and you can name your own price, and people, come in there and buy your shit from you like that too.
Well, I know all my records are back there in St. Louis, but as far as so what I would do is I get a box and like put like maybe 30 of those magazines in it and just ship it back here to myself. So that way when I fly back here, it just shows up, you know what I mean? So I got like 30 magazines here with me, you know what I mean? The ones that I posted.
Yeah. If you ever find the one with Pimp C with that bucket hat on, let me know. I want that.
The Pimp C with the bucket hat. That may be on I think I know you're talking about.
Yeah, was
that Murder Dog?
No, I think that was the Source. The
Source he had a bucket hat, and he was like,
he had the Gucci bucket hat on, he kind of like that. Yeah,
he was like with the chain or something like that.
Yeah,
I think I got that back at the crib.
Yeah, I want that motherfucker.
Yeah,
I remember that because I seen that on eBay. Like you said, shit, that motherfucker had sold for like $60, $70, and that was within a few years ago. So
that's what I'm saying. I need to probably go back and backtrack. What I plan on doing is going back and backtracking and really mapping out how that is, and then get the little the plastic and put them in the actual.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, and sealing things up. Yep, that's a fact, bro.
Right now, I just got them in my closet, like just boom. You know what I mean?
Okay. But yeah, I thought that was dope, man, because I got a few myself. That's what I was just like, oh, okay.
What's them producer magazines that was popping at that time? That's the producer was there. Timberland on the front. They had, they had Dr. Dre on the front.
And they be talking about all the damn NPCs and all that shit.
I forgot the name, but I
forgot the name of that joint. Yeah.
If you right there in my whatchamacallit, well, yeah, it's like I forgot, but damn, what was that shit called? But anyway, yeah, I had that shit. I got all of those.
I can't remember them all. Damn. Man, that's what everybody was grabbing, man. That's when that shit was popping. That's the only way you got your information on what was going on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The magazines.
That was the thing. When I moved out here, I was like, I stopped reading those magazines. I stopped reading the Source. I stopped getting the XXLs. I stopped because I realized, like, damn, like it started feeling like, why am I reading this person's story and I'm out here living mine? So it's like I started becoming my own Source, my own XXL. So I stopped reading that shit.
That's dope.
I'm super dope, man. Well,
man, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I want to
go ahead. Yeah, man. Go ahead, talk to the people.
Bro. Y'all for having me come through, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for listening. I appreciate y'all, man, for hearing my story. Man, I mean, I just appreciate, you know what I'm saying, people to be able to just hear it. You know what I mean? Hear this shit. I know somebody probably watching this, you know, can feel inspired, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And know that just because it may feel like it ain't never gonna happen, don't mean it ain't gonna happen.
Bro, and you know what? It was one topic we didn't get a chance to talk about, but it was concerning Too Short, and you know, he was talking about how he had scored his biggest hit in his 40s. You know what I'm saying? So he was basically saying,
blow the whistle.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So he like, if I would have stopped in my 20s and 30s, I would have never got to the point of making my biggest hit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's never.
That's the thing. That's the thing, man. When I moved out here, because I'll be 50. I turn 50 next month. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up.
But I moved out here at 33, turning 34. Matter of fact, yeah, they're around this time 16 years ago. So 33 going to 30. So and I look back on that like, damn, that was 16 years ago. And to be 33, I started a whole new life. So for anyone who out there is, you know, in their 20s, I run across different 20-year-olds that be getting stressed out and feeling away because things aren't where they want them to be. And listen, man, don't trip off none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just enjoy being in your 20s, man, because you still got your 30s, you still got your 40s coming. You know what I'm saying? And life, and as long as you stay focused and determined in whatever it is you want to do, like people will hit me and be like, man, how'd you? I think for me, I just realized at an early age, like I don't know, man. Like, you know, it's like you kind of go with what your parents want you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I went off to college, I got my degree, I did all that. But then at the same time, it's like, what makes you happy?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And how can you figure out a way to make money doing something that makes you happy? You got the richest people out there in the world that are unhappy because they're not happy, even with all that money. You see what I'm saying? So it just kind of makes me feel like we all have a gift, man. You know what I'm saying? We all have a gift, and it's just about honing in on the gift that you have, man. Some people got a certain gift, like I was saying in the other interview. Some people got a gift of being able to write. Some people have a gift of being able to move and stack and move and build, put boxes together, and working at UPS,
right, exactly,
or some shit.
You got to find your lane.
You put me. I mean, I'll never forget. I worked over at FedEx in Overland, man, for like 2 weeks, and I'll never forget. I went up. This was back in like 2005, and I remember I went up in there and I worked for like a couple of weeks, and I'll never forget, man. This is back in the day. You had a Walkman and shit. I had my Walkman on. And there, the dude was like, "Yeah, I need you to box this, fill this truck up. The boxes are coming off the thing, and I'm putting the boxes up." And I remember, I'll never forget, man, I finished the whole truck. I felt good. I was like, damn, I did that whole truck. I felt good and shit. I went over to the dude. I said, hey, man, yeah. He said, oh, yeah, you finished? All right, I need you to come over here and start this truck. I said, what?
Right.
I'm cool, man. I said, man, I'm cool on this shit, man. Because I was like, damn, man, I got to do another truck.
A whole nother one.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Some people would do that one truck and feel good about that, right? But then going over there and do that truck and want to feel good about that. So
exactly.
But every person has something for them that makes them, that brings that rush. When I cut a head, and I hand that person the mirror and they look in the mirror like, okay, yeah. It's the same feeling when I make a beat and someone here is like, oh yeah. It's that the dopamine hit. It's like a dopamine hit to my heart. It's like it feels like, like, so I've been feeling that since I was 13, 14.
Yeah.
So my whole part was how can I make this work where I can build a career off of this feeling? And that took years. And then me staying in St. Louis, it wasn't happening, man.
It wasn't gonna happen. Facts.
So I had to leave. I had what they say, you have to travel yonder. Go yonder.
Wagon toe, nigga. We going to the west, motherfucker.
We going to the west. Because it got to the point. I never forget when they did that. Remember that movie, St. Louis movie, Street Ballers came out. It was
yes, sir.
So it was that movie comes out when I go to the theater down there at the Loop. What's that? The Tivoli.
Yep.
I go down there to the Tivoli. I was like, man, I want to watch this movie. I go down there and watch it. And the movie comes on. It does its thing. As soon as the credits hit, I hear my beat. Boom, dun, 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 dun. When the credits come on, that's me. Hey. And I'm like, what?
Man, that's hard.
So to be sitting in the theater, hearing that shit, I'm like, it just got to the point. It just got to the point where it's like, nigga, I gotta go.
That's it.
I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Or do I stay? You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving my family. I'm leaving my girl at the time. I'm leaving my godson. I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, man, leaving. And in the wide scope of things, I sacrificed a lot, man. My sister passed in 2018. My dad passed in 2022.
Man, sorry to hear that.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, man. And I look at it like, damn, man, I sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
I sacrificed a lot to be where I'm at.
Be where you at, yeah.
And
that's what
sacrifice, you know what I mean?
And I'm sure that's why you appreciate it even more. You know what I'm saying? Because what you had to give up, to, you know what I'm saying, realize your journey and to walk your path, man. So, and bro, and that's why we appreciate you, man. We got to get you back on because I know it's like a whole litany of thousands of stories that we ain't get through, bro. That's why we got to have you back on, man. But it's been
Hey man, I'm glad I was here because this feels like me just hanging out, just
and
hanging out.
And that's the
Yeah.
feeling.
This how it is.
that
This
we
how
want.
it be.
Exactly.
You gotta keep in mind. You gotta remember, I'm a barber, man.
Yeah,
Barbershop talk, baby.
barbershop talk, baby. Exactly.
You know.
That's exactly.
This is
the
what
thing,
I'm
too.
on. This is
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
on. You feel
And-
me?
Exactly, and that's where, you know, at the barbershop, everybody can pretty much spit their game and talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got a voice, and that's our whole premise to this podcast, bro. Everybody got a voice, everybody got experiences, and everybody got something they can relate to and speak on, man. So, but man, on that note, man, listen, man, like I say, anytime you want to promote anything, or if you got anything that I saw that you might be having you got a short film coming out, man.
Man, that's an AI shit, man. I be in my AI bag.
Okay. But you know what I'm saying,
I
but
be in
still,
my AI bag, man. You can't be fearful of it. You got to get with it, man.
no, you got to embrace it, and it's
You got to
super
embrace it.
That's a
So-
fact, bro.
So that's a female, that's an AI female artist that I got called Nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? Because none other is better than her. And she basically be spitting like, you know what I'm saying, when she doing like nunchucks.
Yeah, right.
So I pretty much already did the album. And
Okay.
but I just haven't released it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And, but it's an AI artist. And so I was like, man, what can I do to, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of have this this music kind of go with something. So I'm like, I want to come with like a little short, you know what I'm saying, story, or, you know, maybe even a trailer of just showing like something of what it could be. So that's where I came up with that image of Nunchucks, the discovery.
Okay.
That's why you see me and you see her kind of looking like, it's kind of like telling you in the story, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's the discovery soundtrack coming with it and shit.
No, that's hard. Yeah, I definitely saw it. I'm like, okay, my man in the short film bag. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's what I'm trying to say, man. I got all kind of shit coming, man. I got when I was doing the stuff with Sora before they shut down.
Yeah, I hated that, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I did called episodes called On Set with Skip.
Yeah, that shit funny as fuck, bro.
Yeah, the On Set with Skip.
Yeah,
I
that
did
shit's
another one called Skip's Clips. I did another one called Me and My Dinks with me and my dog. I did another, like, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm in that space of like creating visuals and whatnot. Also, I mean, I've been working on some music for Real Housewives. They got a season coming up called Ultimate Girls Trip.
Okay.
So I've been working on background music to be submitted for
that's
Real
fire.
Housewives.
That's fire. Well, listen, bro, we definitely hope.
Yeah, I
that
know,
you
man. It's a
can
lot,
place
man.
it,
It's a lot.
and that's why we got to bring you back, man, for
It's a lot
sure,
of
dog, so we can get those updates. You know what I'm saying, on those upcoming shows, man.
Yeah, man. We should like check back in like 6 months, man. You know what I'm saying? I come back around, like,
man, come on.
What's not like
Say less.
like, you know, like in October or something. You know?
Man, say less, bro. You already know this is your home, bro. Hey, KG, man, any closing words you got, bro?
We got to talk about how he linked up with Guy Fahim though later on. That was, man, he blew my mind with that.
For sure, man. That's what I'm saying, dog. This man did tracks for Jenna. I seen the clip. You know what I'm saying? You was doing another podcast, and you saying you had a placement with Chris Brown. Brown track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, bro, it's so much that we didn't get a chance to get to. That's why we got to bring you back, bro.
But to touch on real quick on that guy Fahim, I mean, I just reached out to him, man.
Damn,
that's hard.
I reached out to him. I mean, I've been listening to his music for a while, and shit, I hit him up. What was that last? Well, we done my first time. I got a joint with him called Bueller, and that was on my my project called the Don King Theory. And so I got a feature from him, and I had him on that. And then after that, I had him on maybe a couple other features that I did. And so by that time, we was building up a rapport with one another to where I just email him and be like, "Yo," and he'd be like, "Yo, it's good," and then be like, "Yo, let's do some shit or whatnot." And shit, man, you know, he the dunk god. So I sent him those beats that you hear whenever you get a chance. I know you haven't heard it yet. Now that you know, but those beats I sent him. I pretty much locked in and created those beats in a week. He sent his vocals back in like 2 days.
Wow.
Damn.
Everything back. Sent it back in 2 days. The stems, and I like mixed it and did my thing to it to put it all together. And then I dropped it that July 4th of last year.
Crazy. Super
So,
dope.
but yeah, so I got a new project I'm working on with a cat named Rico Sama, man. This is like it's like along the lines of that whole Griselda. It's a new cat that's out popping now called Northside Lord. So it's like it's all in the vein of that, man.
I would definitely let us know when those projects drop, bro, so we can promote the shit out of them, man, and make sure, you know what I'm saying, we getting our listeners in tune to that.
Damn, what time? What time?
It's
11:40. It's 11:49 here, man. What time is it there, man?
Man, bro, we don't even want to talk about it.
It's
we
2 o'clock.
We don't even want to talk about it, man. It's after hours. This is what we do, man. This is how we move. This is how we live,
work in the morning. Y'all work in the morning.
Hey, man,
I gotta take my kids to school in 4 hours.
Hey, man, God is good, man. Now you got a little bit of taste of what I got to go through, bro. Because I got to be logged in at 6 o'clock, and you know what I'm saying?
Real?
Yeah. Hey, man,
gotta get up. Yeah,
this is
real. This ain't no
it's a
play.
sacrifice, though. It's a sacrifice, bro. It's what it is.
Hey, man. Hey, well, you know what, man? I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? Next time I make sure I wear some shades so I can hide my chinky eyes.
Come on, man. It's all good. Right. I forgot to put that on
y'all covering your age up.
Listen.
You know what I'm age up. I'm over here exposing my age and shit. You see the chinky eyes on me and shit. I don't know, y'all, man.
I forgot to put that on the itinerary list for you, man. I'll make sure I
put my logos on next time I show up.
Come on, man. Come on, man. That's the spit your game style right there, baby.
I see.
Hey, man. Well, listen, man. I appreciate all the viewers, man. Everybody for joining. Make sure y'all share, subscribe to the tribe, y'all. Spit Your Game 314 on your YouTube platforms. And just be on the lookout for us, man. We gonna, like I say, this is an every week thing. Catch us Wednesday nights, 11 p.m. We're gonna keep this train moving. And to that, Vinny Vito, Chef KG, Mr. Skip, man, we up out of here tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all be good, man.
Yeah.